Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another DFFOO stream, and it's better late than never. We are going to stream for Rosa tonight. This is a little unusual for me because I'm normally up streaming like half hour before the banners. Today I thought let's change it up. Let's go a half hour after the banners drop. It's just because of the way my schedule worked out. I just got back from a trip and had to take care of some things, but I got a little bit of free time now, so sure, let's just hop in and hit these banners running right away. Appreciate everybody that came in right away. Got a few people in here. So we got James Coon. Yo, thanks for coming, James Coon. Let me know if everything's sounding okay. Lunatic Screamer's here right away. Thanks for coming, my boy. Hothead is here. Yep, late stream tonight. We're not that late, just like a half an hour late, right? I figured you guys will still hop in and watch me, even though it's not right when the banner drops, right? Said right in time. Thanks for coming. Said, Yasir Mackie. What's going on, Yasir Mackie? Thanks for coming, everybody. So yeah, we're just gonna hop in. I might hit up some chat a little bit just to start. I know the banners are live right now, but I want to give people a minute to kind of filter in. But we will be hitting up these banners right away. So we got Rosa. Okay, so it is Gao and what's his face, Kamari. And Rude and Walk. Okay, so they didn't change them at all. I literally just like hours ago did my Should You Poll, and I was thinking they would maybe change the side characters on here, but they didn't, which is fine. Right, it's just the LD characters. I don't think that's a huge deal, right? Who else is here? Reflection is here. What's up, Reflection? Thanks for coming. Moises is here. Thanks for coming, Moises. Hello to you as well. James says, hey Joe, good luck with the polls. I got 3 Rosa FRs with the free multis and 1 gem multi, the 100 coins. Nice. And the one, that's awesome. Yeah, so this is kind of unusual because you guys can actually tell me about your polls before I poll, right? Oliver is here. What's up, Oliver? Got the BT and FR and the free polls. Hopefully I can get your guys' luck this time. Normally it's like you guys wanting to feed off of my luck. Stream sounds good. Thank you, James. Hothead, imagine not being the first streamer to show off their first 10 poll BT. Yeah, for sure. Said, got Kurosami's BT with the free poll. Actually, Kurosami's BT is something I need. So if I hit that on the free poll, I'll actually be happy. You already had it. Yeah, see, I actually don't have his. Nothing on the Rosa side with the free and event ticket. That's too bad. Reflection, you did stream. Just watch your previous video. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stream tonight, but I think it's going to work out. Berna is here. Thanks for coming. I'm new to the game and I recently got Jack's BT. Who should I go for support? Well, right now I think Rosa actually is a really good support to pick up. There isn't, like, if we look at the banners, there really isn't a lot of support right now, right? Like, Yuna was here, but Yuna doesn't have Echo, so I would hands down take Rosa over Yuna. So I think Rosa right now is the best support you can grab. If you're looking for budget options, I think Freya's a solid support unit you could grab. Kamari, maybe. Yeah, but I really think if you have the resources and if you're new to the game, getting Rosa is a very good idea. You really need to have good like support Echo characters on your roster. Let's see here. We'll do summons in just a minute. I'm just going to hit up some chat as some more people hop in. Oliver says good luck. Yes, hopefully you had good luck as well. Yasir, you're good. You got her LD and FR. Awesome. Uski is here. Hello, Uski. Kenjin is here. BT and FR on the free polls. Nice. Ukuru, am I going with gems? So here's the thing. My gem count isn't crazy right now because, you know, we had to pity on Astos, right? So I've got like way overcapped on tickets. I think I'm just going to go kind of ticket crazy and hope I get lucky on the BT. I might just throw down like 600 tickets and pray that I can get the BT because I kind of need to save up some gems. There's some big things coming. But I do want Rosa's full kit. I think she's a character really worth investing in. Oh, you know what though? I didn't even think about this. After Astos, I might not have the BT materials. Hold on. Can I even green or BT? That's going to be the issue, right? I don't know that I could off the bat. Oh, I just could. Okay, I can. Okay, perfect. Whew, yeah, because I do want a greener if I get her. Like, that's the plan. I want a greener and fully max her. So, I think that is going to be the plan here. That Rosa costume is kind of tempting, not going to lie. But yeah, I think I'm just going to go really heavy on tickets. What I'll probably do is I'm going to do my free multis. Then I'll do like my 5K special. I'll do that 1 gem multi to go to 100 G tokens. And then I will probably ticket from there and just see if I can get really lucky. It's not what I advise the average player to do, but I'm in a situation where my ticket count is so high, I just need to burn them on something. Hey Zeus, hey Joe, got the FR on the free pull. Is her FR enough? Yeah, her FR is definitely enough because she's still going to echo. She's still going to have good auras. She's still going to support. She's got the re-raise. With the BT, mainly what you're missing with the BT is she does get a strong follow-up attack, so you're going to miss damage, and then BT auras. So she's a lot better with the BT, but she's definitely not unusable without it. She's a character you can get away without the BT. T. Henry is here. Thanks for coming. Hey there, picked up Rosa's BT off of the free multi. Don't have her FR yet. Definitely worth ticketing the FR if you got the BT for sure. Gavin, yo, good luck. I had no luck, just FR and waiting for later banners. That's perfectly fine. Reflection, I think Rosa's BT is good. Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's hop in. We'll record the video. See what we can do here. Let's go ahead. Whoops, hold on. Stop recording. I was on the wrong screen, my bad. Go back in here. Alright, that's what I wanted. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and tonight we are doing some summons for my girl Rosa. So we got a couple of banners here. We've got the Rosa banner and the Kurosame banner. These banners actually are unchanged. I was kind of thinking they might change the side characters in this one, but they're unchanged. So, you know, my poll plan video stands, which was only like 2 hours before I'm pulling right now. I actually do need Kurosame BT. I'm definitely not chasing it, but if I would not be mad at getting it on the free multi. Then my plan on Rosa is I'm going to do all my free pulls. I'm going to do one 5K special to go to 100 G tokens, and I'm actually going to ticket, but I do want the BT, so I'm going to go like really heavy on tickets and just see if I can't get it. So let's just hop in and see what we can get here. We'll do the free multi on the Kurosame side. So over here, we're looking for Kurosame BT or Rosa FRs. Let's see if we can hit some magic here. I'm streaming a little bit later than usual. Maybe that'll bring me good luck. Maybe it'll bring me bad luck. Who knows? Who knows what kind of luck I'm going to get tonight? We just don't know. I'm hoping I can ticket that BT. I'm hoping. Or just get it. The best case scenario is I get the BT on a free pull, because then I can just take it for FR and we're good. Let's see what we got here. And I am at 45 BT tokens. Oh, we got something. We got a Rosa FR in my first free multi. We take those. We take those because now, like Rosa, I only need the BT. So, because I got the rest of her kit. Yeah, that was a nice freebie. We will take the free Rosa FR for sure. Get out of here on a budget. So this is the big one. We got 4 free multis. If we can hit the BT, we really would love that because it would save me so much because I really don't want to be on this banner too much. And I don't want to pop any gems other than I'll do my 5K. If I need to. Let's see what happens here. Start with the free multi for Rosa. Oh, if we could hit the BT, though, that would just be stellar. Would be ridiculously, amazingly awesome. See what happens, though. See what happens. We take those free FRs, though. We definitely take those free FRs. This multi I'm not feeling too good about, but... You know, sometimes those bronze orbs like to turn into BTs. They sometimes like to turn to BTs. They sometimes like to turn into BTs. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Your boy doesn't even need all the free multis. Are you kidding me right now? Your boy doesn't even need the free multis. I got extra free multis. Guess we're not dumping any tickets tonight. Dude, I've got everything I need. Like, I literally... Actually, you know what this means, you guys? This is kind of crazy. I mean, okay... I could use more Rosa FR dupes, right? But this means now I'm summoning on Kurosame because now I can go for Kurosame BT and Rosa FR is still here. So, dude, we're actually going on the Kurosame side. I cannot believe that actually happened. Like, I kind of started that chant like, oh, bronze goes to BT, and then it started happening. I could not believe it. Could not believe it, you guys. Yeah. Give me a few W's in chat, those of you who watch me live. We got the W's tonight. That was the major W right there. There might be another W to come. We can still hit some more Rosa FRs. We got all the free multis we need here. Let's do the daily single. Haven't done that yet. Dude, what if we hit a Kurosame BT on a daily single? Dude, is it Kurosame BT time? That would be so wild. Talk about living on a budget right now. So I'm going to have this amazing horde of tickets. I don't need to touch them. Let's go again. Okay, FR Orb. We'll take the FR Orb, so bare minimum, we're getting a high power stone. The best case scenario, we're getting Kurosame BT. Otherwise, we're getting a Rosa Dupe. We're getting something good here. These free multis are on point. I might have to stream late on purpose next time. I might have to do it. I might have to do it. All right, what do we got here, dude? These free multis. I don't... Dude, are you kidding me right now? Come on, Rosa FR. We got another dupe. Let's go. All right, two more. Two more. Dude, like, everything has been absolute flames. Like, this is crazy. Every free multi is just like, give Joe what he wants. The icing on the top here now is the Kurosame BT. If we hit that, that would be absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Let's see. Waka. Oh, we got a Waka kit there. Yeah, dude, it's literally like the Waka kit. And another purple? Another Rosa. Dude, so I don't even... Dude, that's my third Rosa. Like, I'm not even going to have to use high power stones. How am I just hitting FRs on, like, every single thing that I do? This is crazy. Like, I only get FRs and BTs. Dude, are we going to end it on a Kurosame? Another bronze orb, harmless enough, right? We saw what happened on the last bronze orb. Blue orb, whatever you want to call it. Wow, this is going to be a short summon video. Let's tell you that right now. But we take these. We take these W's. You know, that's what I got for doing my, you know, I officially submitted my YouTube application to Square Enix. I said, I'm a streamer. You got to increase my rates. They said, all right, Joe, we're going to increase your rates for you. Oh, my gosh. So I really have no reason to do it. Like, I'm not even going to do the 5K thing here. Like, I have no reason to dump any other resources on this. So anyways, guys, let me know how your summons were. Mine were pretty dang on point. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Guys, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say at this point. I do not even know what to say at this point. Holy cow. Absolutely redonkulous. Just insanity. Let me go ahead and rename this. This is like unbelievable summons. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. All right, I got to check out chat after that one. Holy cow. Appreciate all the W's in chat. So Hothead, Jesus, Velo Stealth, AJ Dove, Hamatolos, Roller Coasters here. Thank you for all the W's, you guys. JM gives me a super W. James Kuhn, I guess I owe you a BT. All right, all right. I don't know how that works, but yeah. Yeah, oh my gosh, yes. This was a good night for your boy. Very cozy. Thanks for coming. Gotta shout out all my boys here tonight. Nice, 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 nice. Berta's here. Kenjin's here. Nice. All right, let's see here. Eric says, you might as well dump the extra 5K. Nothing wrong with getting more power stones. No, I don't know. I don't know. Because, do you guys want me to do 5K here on Kurosame? Like, I could, I suppose. What, I would get 20 power stones? Plus whatever I pull? All right, we'll do. I'm going to read some chat. You guys vote. If you want me to do 5K, then I'll do it. If you want me to do 5K, tell me in the chat. James Kuhn, Joe, I literally wish for your BT luck and you got on that multi. Well, thank you, James. I'm going to blame you for that one. I'm going to thank you for that one. That was totally what I needed. Eric said, I did get a free FR, but no luck on the BT with extra gems. Oh, well, yeah, sometimes you get the luck, sometimes you don't. Seth says, let's do 100 tickets just to waste them. Are you talking about you're doing 100 or you want me to do 100 just to waste them? AJ, my luck is rubbing off on you. You just got Rosa's BT on the multi-ticket. Nice. Reflection says, sheesh, very lucky. I know. Ukuru says, too many W's. Yeah, I got too many W's tonight. Yes, here, Mackie giving me some W's. Hothead says, streamer gets whatever he wants. That's how it goes sometimes, I guess. T. Henry, same thing happened to you. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I'm getting some no's. You guys are telling me not. Let me see. JM says no. Jesus says no. Eric says yes. T. Henry, no. Roller Coaster says yes. Said wants 5K and 100 tickets. JM says no. AJ says might as well. Do it for Akura BT. James says save my gems. It's actually kind of split. You know what? Because you guys are so awesome, just because my luck is so fire right now, sure. Let's throw a 5K down on Kurosame. If I get the BT, that would be absolute insanity. Absolute insanity if this bronze orb turned into a BT. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll throw down, we'll do the 5K special. This won't be recorded. This is only for you guys. This is only for the stream we get the 5K special. If this turns into Kurosami, I'm going to flip my lid. If this turns into Kurosami, I'm going to flip my lid. It's probably going to be nothing, huh? Yeah, just Power Stones. Yeah, just Power Stones. Not a big deal. We got a lot of Power Stones from that. That's fine. I got to remember to turn in my G tokens, though. I'm not doing the 100 tickets. There's just no point, even though I got them to burn. Just really no point right now. All right, so actually could be tempted to get a red book with all the spheres I like to do. But yeah, we'll take the Power Stones. My Power Stones are super good. All right, well, let's go ahead and start upgrading. And yeah, we're going to do a character guide tonight. So let's just get into it. Let's see here. We got to do some Rosa. What, dude, the beat, that is insane, dude. The Rosa BT, are you kidding me, man? That was so wild. And dude, we got 3 FRs. We only need to use, what, 4 high power stones? Dude, I got 43. I should actually start just maxing out the other FRs that I haven't yet. Now that I got so many. I'll probably do that like later tonight off camera. We'll do that. Pretty wild one here tonight. All right. And that Rosa, like this Rosa FR, I'm going to sell back and get those 4 high power stones back. So I'm actually like netting like neutral on power. Like I'm actually not losing high power stones at all. Because I'm literally just going to sell this right back. So, like, yeah, Yuri, Dark Knight Cecil, I'm going to be able to max out those FRs. Here's the Rosa BT. Let's get that rolling. Okay, and then put a book in. Dude, that was so wild. What a good summoning session, I tell ya. I tell ya. Max that out. Orb up. Alright, and then I gotta check her like boards and stuff and make sure that's all good. Alright, so we got the green BT in. So yeah, and then Kurosami, there's nothing I really need to do to him. So we need to go into, let me just make sure she's force enhanced. I don't know if I force enhanced her or not. Whoops. Let's sort by EXP. Rosa. Alright, so I got her 4 stones done. That's good. We do need to do her force boards, though. Let's see. And I think Kurosami already had his. He either already had his or he's just, like, not getting it. Okay, so we got all that done. Let me just check on Kurosami quick. Let me just see what his status looks like for me. Yeah, he already had his Echo. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, Rosa's just ready to go. I haven't even thought of a team comp. I mean, she's just a support character, so it shouldn't have to be anything too crazy. I mean, I could just put her with Astos for fun. Let's do this team slot here. So let's do Rosa. Let's make sure we got her autoed out. Do I even have her artifacts correct? Let me just double check. I think it's attack 108 and white mage boost. Yeah. So I do have her, that part done. Now I got to make sure her equipment isn't all out of order. Oh man, I got to upgrade spheres on her. I've got refined ones. What am I doing? Can't have refined ones. Let me just check here. Just so you guys know, it might take me a little bit longer to get ready because I normally kind of like prep the character guide a little bit more in advance, and I'm kind of going on the fly tonight because I just wanted to hop on right away. So just bear with me here as I kind of read through some notes. Oh, sure. That would make sense. What does hers do? Oh, it's just a healing one. Ah, I'm going to have to waste her full sphere because I definitely don't want to keep that on there. Definitely double Paladin and Cecil is what you want. And then I can just do any D slot. That's like a good one. Do I just happen to have a good D slot that I can just toss on her? Let me just see something right away. Yeah, see, all of her stuff scales on attack. So you want to do attack on her, actually. You would think Max Brave with, like, a battery character, but her stuff scales on attack. So I'm pretty sure I've got, like, just, like, a... Oh, Hope would actually be really premium. Do I want to use up a Hope on her? Probably. Max Brave and attack after buffing? Yeah, that seems pretty damn premium. I think we're going to go Hope here. That seems too good not to do. And then I'm going to see if I got some Paladin Cecils I can get full spheres on. The refined ones are fine, but I'm greedy. I want my characters to be super maxed. And I'll hit chat up here in just a second. Let me just see what my Paladin Cecils look like. Sort by. We're gonna have to filter because I have too many EXs to look through. Let's just see what I got for Paladin Cecils. I hope I have some. Oh, do I not have any? I just don't. Okay. Well, that'll be another thing for another day then. So I'm just going to leave him with Refined Paladin Cecil then. I'm not going to worry about it. Because he's definitely the best. Like, using him Refined is probably still better than, like, using full versions of other things. But I think I can do double Refined. This might be painful to watch. But I'm actually going to put a Refined Sphere over a full one. That's just what I'm actually going to put because his is stackable, right? Yeah. Yep. We're going to do it. Close your eyes, children. This might be painful what I'm about to do. Yep, we are going to put a weaker refined one over a full one. Okay, close your eyes. You don't want to see this. Just close them. Nothing happened. I got 2 Paladin Cecils on there. All right, we're good. All right, let's check out chat. Rukia fan, thanks for coming. Yo, W Summons here, and I got Rosa, BT, and FR, and 120 G tokens. That's pretty good. Eric, yo, Joe, Astos, Kurasame, and Rosa is ridiculous. Well, Astos and anybody is ridiculous, so I'm very sure that team would blow up. The thing is like, for a character guide, I want to showcase Rosa, so bringing in someone like Astos to destroy the fight kind of doesn't make sense. I might even just, like, be silly and double support Rosa, just so because I'm going to do a Rosa BT. I want to see her damage, actually. So we might do something like that. Ray Charles, I got Astos LDN my last diamond draw. Nice. I mean, Astos is good if you don't have his full kit. His LD's great. Said, no, I didn't forget that because, so you said I forgot to make how to max your guide with the simplified method. I have to wait for another new character. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to do that provided I can stream. Well, even if I'm not streaming, I can do it. I'm going to do it with Vice. That's my plan because Vice is the next new character. I want to have a new character I can do from scratch and then do the simplified method. Showing that with Rosa doesn't make sense because I already had her maxed out up until this point. So I need a fresh, brand new character because I want to show a player, like, if you're brand new, you just pulled a character, they're level 70 and all bronze weapons, like, how do you max them out? So yeah, we'll make that video for Vice, I think. Sean is here. Sean maybe nutting. FRBT off event and Kurasame and FR for Rosa off free multi. Finally got good pulls for me. Well, good. I'm glad you got what you want. Banana Whamma's here. What's up, Banana Whamma? BT and FR from 150 tickets. That's really good. Hey, if that's all it takes to lose your luck for the summer, I don't know. My luck would have been gone a long time ago because I've had some pretty dang good luck this summer. So it's been a great summer for me. Eric says, I think the 5K won't kill you, Joe. This game is generous enough and you'll definitely get the gems back, bro. Yeah, I already spent those gems. We did it. Travel Ideas is here. Thanks for coming. You got the BT. Nice. Roller Coaster, 300 tickets, 3 Rosa FR and BT, and 3 FR for Kurasame and his BT. Nice. And then that's back to where we were earlier. Okay. Let's see. Who else is here? Ukru says, let's see how she performs. I wonder how good her BT is really. I kind of wonder that too. I think she is going to get some decent damage. I don't think she's going to be like any type of damage dealer by any means. The way I look at her is she's going to be a really nice support character that can do some decent damage. Kind of like how Braska. Like, Braska actually did a surprising amount of damage with this BT. I'm hoping Rosa will be similar to that. Oh, I'm going to go. So Eric says, if you do double support, go Rosa and Garnet or Rosa and Aerith. No, we're going to go Rosa, Aerith, and Garnet. We're going to do triple support, and we're just going to do a triple support squad and make Rosa look really good. I think that's what we're going to do. Marvin Gonzalez is here. Oh, you got her. Congrats, dude. Looked for your stream like 5 minutes before banners dropped. Didn't find anything. Were you late? Yes, I started like half an hour after the banners dropped. So I just started. I kind of had some stuff going on tonight, and then I got free at about 9:30 my time. So I'm like, yeah, let's go on. So yeah, this isn't my normal stream time, but I knew that once I went live, you guys would see me. You guys would start coming in. We got 70 people here. You guys are awesome. Hothead, you're getting some maxed out Roses in co-op. Her follow-up attack is pretty good. Nice. Tropic Dragon is here. All I need for Yuna is her BT. Should I summon for Rosa as well once I'm done with Yuna? If I were you, Tropic Dragon, I actually wouldn't even finish Yuna. I would just go for Rosa. Yuna doesn't have Echo, and Yuna's BT actually isn't incredibly important other than like helping with auras. But Yuna, like I actually just used her the other day, and she actually feels pretty lackluster, to be honest. Like she does her support stuff fine, but her damage is like nothing. Whereas Rosa's actually going to have decent damage to complement her kit, and she's got Echo. I wouldn't even mess with Yuna. I would just get Rosa. Very cozy. It's kind of sad I've had to pity 4 banners in a row. That is kind of sad. Hopefully that means the next 4, you're going to get them on the free pull. Harold Lopez is here. Let's go. Thanks for coming, Harold. Rukia fan. So is Rosa FR main good here for the Shinryu fight? Oh, I'm assuming for the Shinryu fight. I haven't attempted it yet. But since it's her fight, I'm assuming that she's going to be very good on the fight. That's typically how the devs like to do it. They like to make the new characters look good, so you summon for them. Yes, here, Mackie, I don't have B Cecil Fear, or you don't have Paladin Cecil Spheres. What do you suggest? I have Iris. Iris could be good. What I like on Rosa is like Brave Gain Spheres. Otherwise, Alphanod or Maria, like those are pretty standard attack ones. Or you could do something else that's a Brave Gain Sphere. Kite is here. You got Rosa FR in the free multi. That's definitely nice. Doppelganger is here. Got Rosa FR in the free multi. Nice. Looking forward to using her again. Velo Stealth. Hey, Joe, are there any of the EX weapons on these banners worth keeping for spheres? We can go look at that for sure. Let me just double check. Let me double check which EXs we want to keep on these banners. Maybe I need to start including that in my should you polls. I started talking about calls a little bit, like if characters were summoning for calls. And once in a while, I'll shout out if I see like a character that has a really good sphere. So let's see. I don't think any of those spheres, like off the top of my head, they don't jump out to me as spheres. Waka's sphere is a very good one. Waka's is actually like one of the best D spheres in the game because it's a party attack max brave. Waka's just a little bit more limited on who you can use it on because the character that's using it has to have 5 buffs on. So Waka sphere is best on characters who self-sufficiently put 5 buffs on. But they can be used with characters that put less than that as long as other characters in your party will add more. So as long as you're running parties where you know that the sphere user will have 5 buffs, Waka sphere is actually pretty top tier. Roller Coaster says, yes, include the EX. All right, I'll try to remember to do that on my future should you polls. If I see EXs that I think have really good spheres, I'll try to remember to shout those out. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do this Rosa character guide. Let me just get set up. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make Astos' fight my new showcase fight. Because that fight seemed really easy, didn't have too many mechanics, and the bosses can actually soak up some damage. So I think Astos is going to be my new playground. We will see how it goes today. So let's get my teammate up. So I think I said I was going to go crazy here. We're going to do Aerith and Garnet. Like just this unnecessary, like full support team. Which actually could probably put in some work, not going to lie. Full support teams can actually like work. Rosa, we do have the bow, Ultima weapon. It's just a sublimate 0. Okay, so we will do that. Okay, let's look at appearance. How's the FR looking? Oh, why does the FR look like a bronze weapon? I'm sorry, but that FR does not look impressive to me. The BT better look good. How's the BT looking? Oh, that's okay. That's decent. I bet the... Oh, you know what? I know why the BT looks like that. The BT matches her costume really well. So I think... I don't know. If I like Rosa enough, I might go in on her costume. In the BT, I think will actually look really good with the costume. How's the Ultima Bow? Ultima Bow looks pretty good on her. I'll do the Ultima Bow for now. But yeah, if I get her costume, I think her BT skin is really nice on that one. Alright, let me make sure her skills are in order, which they won't be. Okay, so I like to do BT, then FR, then that. Okay. I think that looks good. Alright. Let me go to the fight I want to be on. Oh, very cozy. You immediately bought the costume. Well, I might be right behind you. Maybe after I'm done streaming tonight, we'll do that. Alright, let me go to quests. And then I gotta, like, remember this. So we are on Act 4, and it's the newest chapter, which should be Chapter 3. So I gotta remember Act 4, Chapter 3. And then the Astos fight should be the newest fight in here. I think this is gonna be my new showcase stage. Oh, shoot. Sorry, the new stuff just opened up, so it's actually not Chapter 3, it's Chapter 2. Is it the Sealed Cave? We'll figure it out. Okay, it's the Sealed Cave. I think it's this right here. Yep, it's this fight right here. Okay, so 320. So I have to remember, I think this is going to be my new showcase fight. Hopefully it works out well. Do I want to run anything specific? I mean, in case I don't think I need to do launching or anything. Let's just put like a more generic one on, like a Max Brave one. Something I've been forgetting to point out, you guys. Every time I do an Astos video, I've been meaning to bring this up and I forget. But the Brother Summon is actually really good with Astos because it's just a straight up 30% Max Brave up, which means his Dark Matter just gets 30% more it can store. So Brothers is a really good summon to use with Astos. I really been meaning to... I wish I would have talked about it on his character guide, completely forgot. I think my thing was oh, Pandemonium because I'm going to launch. But like, yeah, Brothers is really good for him. Rukia fan, Joe Wags, Amaranth for Defo JP. Is it officially announced? Because I know people were suspecting that. Did the Ope drop? The K-Bot is here. What's up, K-Bot? Hey, Joe, happy to make it to one of your streams. Well, I'm happy that you're here, man. Thanks for coming for sure. So Eric, I think for Rosa, you want Brave Gain spheres or attack up spheres for the party. So like the Maria, Elfinaut, or Lude, those are like your attack ups. Otherwise, to me, Paladin Cecil is the number one you want. Because not only is it a Brave Gain sphere, but it's got the weird mechanic where it makes you Brave Gain more than you should. So that's why Paladin Cecil is so good. I talked about Paladin Cecil in my 15 tips and tricks video. So if you want a better explanation of that, you can check out that video. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, but Zysimi is here, or ZYCMI. I got Rosa's BT from the free poll. Is her FR worth chasing? Yes, you want, like, if you're going to build her, you have to have her FR, because her echo is going to be so important to her working well. So yes, get her FR, and all you have to do, the BT's the hard one, so just use tickets, and you should be able to ticket that FR. George Ayala, Waka is a good call for Astos too. Yeah, definitely I could see that. Because you can get Max Brave up from it, I believe. Reflection, I just saw Simply Lost announce Amaranth is coming to JP. Okay, yeah, I was looking at his YouTube channel earlier, and I think he was... he did a video, or he did some announcement where he said he couldn't say what it was. And then people in the chat were saying Amaranth. So I don't know, there must have been some clue to it. So maybe it's official now. Yeah, if it's Amaranth, he's like up there like, whatchamacallit? Like, he's almost like Riku level, where he's been like one of these really like main characters that just for some reason hasn't shown up in the game. So Amaranth, Red 13, and Riku were kind of like the three. So Amaranth getting one of those three out is pretty nice. Doppelganger, not from Opie, but he's confirmed. So, like, in what way is he confirmed? What's the source? I mean, I believe you guys. I'm sure he's coming. That's awesome. But if you have a source, that would be awesome. K-Bot, I'm gonna pull for Rem Rerun. Is Rosa worth getting still? How do they compare? I think it's worth having both. It depends on what your box looks like. But Rem, like her BT effect makes it so you can't die, so that's pretty busted. And then Rem is more of like a swap turns, very heavy cure character. But Brave gains a lot, like a lot of things similar to Rosa in terms of healing and Brave gain, which is pretty awesome. Rosa's going to be a little bit more offensive with the BT. And then Rosa has re-raise, which is nice. So they do complement each other well. They have similarities where they both do things to prevent you from dying. They both battery, they both heal. Do you need both? No. But if you're going to be doing lockout content, you want to have multiple supports. So I would say it depends on what your box looks like. But if you don't have a lot of modern Echo support characters, you may want to get both. Shout out to Harold Lopez. We got a super chat. Keep up the fire content, Joe. We enjoy it. I've learned so much from you in the community. Well, thank you so much, Harold. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you coming. That is awesome. Let me see. Marvin, Amaranth, Red 13, and Riku. People just love the redheads. Yeah, for sure. Zen is here. I hit my 1 billion damage milestone on DFFOO yesterday. I'm so happy. Hey, awesome. Congrats for doing that. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop into this character guide here. Yeah, K-Bot, you want to have Echo support, so you might just want to grab both of those characters because they're both Echo. But it's up to you. Why don't you watch this character guide I'm about to do on Rosa? You can see if you like her or not, right? Or how she compares. And we'll look at her too. I think I got everything set up how I want. The one thing I want to do is I got to take a minute to just look through my notes because I normally do this before stream. I just want to make sure I have everything down so I can sound like I know what I'm talking about during this character guide, right? Uh-huh. Yep. She's pretty straightforward. It's not going to be a difficult character guide. I just wanted to make sure there aren't any surprises in here. Because the nice thing with these characters is I'm already familiar with the kits. It's just I got to make sure I understand all the new mechanics they're getting before I go into these character guides, right? That's pretty basic. That's pretty basic. Okay, yep. Yeah, that's the big thing with Rosa is she gets an HP plus called aim, and it gets free. Like it used to be 1 dump, and now it's 8 dumps. So it's actually a very strong attack. Her HP plus is going to be crazy. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, very similar to Braska. Because her follow-up comes after her turn, which is how Braska works. So it's like Braska says, hey, Jack, come on in and slap him up. Rosa says, hey, Paladin Cecil, come in and slap him up. So we're definitely going to see that. I love her FR conditions, by the way. Her FR conditions are so good. That's another really good reason to get Rosa, is she has a super generic FR that's so flexible with team building. I cannot tell you guys enough, like, not to undervalue good FR conditions. It's part of the reason Penelo's so good, even though she doesn't have Echo, because she can lead any force time you want. You can Echo with other characters and get good gains. Hers is ridiculously easy. Okay, yeah, I think we're good to get started here. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, we're going to get started on this character guide. I will come back to chat after the character guide. And shout out to about 100 people here. Pretty good for me hopping on late tonight, dude. We still got 100 people. We'll definitely take that. Okay. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and today we are going to go ahead and do a character guide on Rosa. So Rosa just came back. She's got an update here with her BT and FR. I think she's actually going to be looking really good, and I'm very happy for Rosa, because she's a character that I actually really like, and I want to be good, and she's only had, she had one period in the game where she was really good, because she was, the best Aura bot in the game, but for the most part, her damage has always been, very poor. In other iterations, she actually hasn't been that good. And actually, right now, I feel like this is going to be one of Rosa's brightest times in the game. I feel like she's looking really good right now in terms of what she's doing. She's doing all the support really well. She's going to have really good damage now if you get the BT. And she's got Echo, which is really, really nice, right? So if you're not familiar with Rosa, she is really the definition of what you want out of a support character. She batteries, she heals. She even has re-raise, which is a nice bonus. She has force charging. She's got a really nice echo, and then she also has a really, really good force condition. And now she actually gets a little bit of damage with her BT. I think she is a very nice character to have, and I think especially if you are a blue crystal room player, she's going to have even more value because you guys have probably noticed when you're trying to do these Shinryu quests monocolor, you might have realized like, oh, I picked black and I don't have any force chargers. And it really limits what fights you can do because if you can't the reason why force charging is so important is if you can't meet the condition to cancel a boss's force, you have to race them the force and kill them before they can get it. Without a force charger, that's impossible. So having a good force charger, especially on your crystal room team, is very important because it opens up more fights to you because you might be able to do a fight intended for other characters that aren't in your color, but you can maybe race the boss to the force time and beat them down before they can get that condition out, right? So Rosa is going to be very good just because she's got all the things you want out of a support character. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at her calls, her artifacts, and her spheres. So let's go ahead and start with the calls. I do think there is some value to her calls, right? So Prey, I admittedly don't really ever use her calls, but I could definitely see a good rationale for it, and Prey being a very good call ability you can use. So this is going to be an attack, max brave up, and eye brave up to the party, so you're getting some decent party stats, but it does give the party 10 turns of re-raise. So what's going to happen here is you could use her call kind of as a really nice safety net, where if you know that the boss is going to do like a threshold attack, or even if you're doing like say a Lufenia fight that's kind of hard and you know the orb is going to pop, you could prep the party with re-raise and survive anything, right? Kind of in the vein of like how I'm always using like Rydia and Raijin to protect myself, you could use her call the same way. The only reason her call isn't preferred is I would prefer not to die in re-raise, because if you die in re-raise then you lose your buffs and that's really stinky, but it's a way you can survive stuff. So I think that is pretty nice, right? And then we've got the LD. The LD is just going to do some damage, and then it is going to be a brave damage and overflow up and HP damage up to the party. And it's a small HP damage up, though. It's only 5%. I think if it was higher, like, we probably would be talking about her call a lot more. But overall, like, both calls have something good in them. So definitely is a usable call. It's not a call you need to chase. I think if you're going to summon for Rosa, it should be because you want her in the party, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at her artifacts and her spheres. Now, when we go to her artifacts, we kind of do like an offensive build for her. So you want to do attack 108 and devoted white mage boost. Now, being that she's like a battery healing support character, you might be like, why is attack important on her? Because she's not a damage dealer. Well, she's one of these characters where like her battery and her support actually scales on attack. So when she's doing brave gain and battery, most of it scales on attack, so boosting her attack is actually making her support better. So you definitely want to go attack on her for sure. And then the devoted white mage boost is going to be eye brave and attack for the party. So anytime you get party buffs on these artifacts, you definitely want those. All right, then we're going to go to spheres. Now the C slot is very important. I think there's two ways you can go with the C slot. I think if you have access to it, you just want to do 2 Paladin Cecil spheres. If you guys are unfamiliar, if you're like a newer player, Paladin Cecil sphere, whether it be intentional or not, is kind of like bugged in a way where it's a Brave Gain sphere, right? So as a support character, Brave Gain is very good and Rosa does it a lot. But what it is certain characters that have a certain type of Lufenia armor, it's called the Encouragement armor, which Rosa has Encouragement armor, okay? Units that have Encouragement armor, the way that has Brave Gain, it interacts with Paladin Cecil's Brave Gain in a weird way, where when bosses have huge Brave Gain reductions, it like kind of ignores it in a way, or it scales differently, where basically by having Paladin Cecil's sphere on a character that has Encouragement armor, you can Brave Gain more than you should when there's heavy Brave Gain reduction. So this is by far the best sphere you can put on Rosa, and I would slap 2 of them on there if you've got them. If you don't have that, then I would say do like Maria, Lute, or Alphanod, because those are like your party attack up ones. And Party attack is really good with Rosa for two reasons. One is you're boosting the attack of the party, which is normally why you want it, but it also increases her support and her brave gain because it scales off of attack. So those are the two routes I would choose for the C slot. But if you have Paladin Cecil, I would just toss two of those on there. D slot is easy, just any party attack, and there's a ton of them, right? So Ash Saz, Lise Hope, Luna Freya. Is Iris D slot? I think Iris might be C slot actually, but Iris could be a decent one as well for the C slot if you wanted that. But yeah, just any of these attack up ones on the D slot you can do. So as long as it's party attack and it's something Rosa can fulfill. I think Hopes is really good on her because as a support character, she's buffing with pretty much every button she's pressing, and it's going to be max brave and attack up for the party, which are both really good stats. So I had a nice full Hopes. I threw that down, right? The only reason I don't have full Paladin Cecils is I'm out of them. I need more EXs. So once Paladin Cecil comes back, I'm definitely going to be farming for those EXs. All right, so with that, I believe we are good to go, and we're going to hop into the showcase. So I am trying a new showcase fight, because as many people were realizing, my original fight was the first Shinryu ever released in the game, so the bosses were super squishy. So after doing the Astos fight, I feel like this Astos fight is going to be a really, really good showcase stage, because the bosses, the mechanics aren't that bad, and they're a lot tankier. So we're going to go on there, and I'm going to do kind of a non-traditional setup here. I'm going to do a triple support team. The reason why is I'm going to treat Rosa as my main damage dealer because I want to see what she can do with her BT phase, with her BT effect up, because I think her damage actually will be solid. But normally you would just run Rosa as one of your supports, and then her extra damage is like a bonus, right? But we're going to run her as kind of like the main thing here and see what happens. So we will hop in. I shouldn't have any issue with force charging with this team. We should totally be good to go. If my friend screen would like to load up, sure, we'll just grab a random friend here. I probably won't use it, and then we'll hop in. All right, so with Rosa, we'll just like hop in and start using some skills and kind of explain everything that she does. I think she's pretty straightforward, actually. So Garnet will hit Aquamarine. All right, and then we are going to do the AA, and then we'll do a BT effect here. Just get everything rolling right off the bat. Yeah, let's just pop that. Now, this boss does ramp really quick. They are going to beat us to FR, but, like, I did some testing on this fight, and, like, we do, like, pretty much normal damage during their FR, so I don't think we have to worry about canceling it or doing anything crazy. I think we should be good to go here. I do want to make sure, though, that I'm going to have, like, a Raijin on, because they're I don't want to get killed by their force effect or anything like that. I want to have all my buffs on. And the more I do this fight, we'll see, but I'm hoping that this will just kind of end up being a really nice showcase fight. But yeah, look how fast they ramp, man. They ramp like crazy. So with Rosa, we'll hit attack all first. This is the AA. It's just going to be a nice party attack up stats. So just general stats that you're going to want out of your character. So just press it when you have a chance. And then let's go ahead. Let's start with Prey because it's going to be instant turn rate. So Prey is her force charging move. So let's go ahead and hit that. All right, so that's going to, you see we got like 10% on the gauge there, which is very good. This is a party battery scaled off of her attack. It also heals the party, and then it extends all of her buffs by one turn. She gets a free turn, and then it gives her Rosa's Prayer, and then it does re-raise on the party. So Rosa's Prayer is a party attack, max brave, I brave up, and then if their HP is less than 50%, or if it's greater than 80%. So basically, as long as you're not between like 51 and 79%, you'll get it. So it's either if you're kind of damaged and like in trouble, you'll get it, or if you're above 80% in full health. So you're pretty much always going to have it, which is really nice because those are some really good stat increases, right? And then re-raise is going to be a party HP regen. And then if you get KO'd, you revive with 15% of your max HP. So it is a really nice fail-safe. Now, the reason why I like Rosa, because you might say, well, Joe, you always talk about how you don't like Aiko because you don't like that re-raise is a big part of her kit. Well, re-raise is on Aiko's LD, right? With Rosa, it's more like it's there, but it's not like the central part of her kit. So I don't mind it on Rosa, and it is a really nice failsafe. I think it's really nice, and you're getting HP regen with it anyways. So even just having the HP regen, I think, is nice. The other thing that's nice about her force charging is it extends her buffs by 1 turn, so you can ramp with her and you don't lose your buffs. And I think that's what a lot of people like about Rosa. I think that's really nice. So you can look at all of her buffs, and I could just sit here and ramp for days, and her buffs just don't go down. Like, see, they extend up and then they go down 1. So it's like you don't lose your buffs, which is really good. Next, let's do Divine Blast, which is the 15. See what kind of damage we got here. Dude, yeah, that was like 1.6 million. The fact that Rosa's doing 1 million damage with a button, that is so good because of, like, she's just there for support. So this is going to be a Brave Gain scaled on her attack, a 2-hit HP dump. It batteries the allies by 35% of the HP damage she deals. Or sorry, it's a 2 Brave hit 6 HP dump, right? So that's why we got like 1 million damage. Does a party battery, and then it heals the party. So you can actually be offensive while healing the party. That's really nice too. Let's do a Healing Wind. We're going to get Air's BT effect up right away. So let's go ahead and drop. Yep, let's drop the Holy down. And then I'll give the bosses a chance to have a turn. And then I think on Air's next turn, we might throw down Rydia. Like, I just want to be really safe. But yeah, I didn't think this fight was that much of a problem. And then my goal is I want to set up Rosa with her BT effect up and actually do her burst phase and see what she can do during like a force time, right? And we are going to use her force, which has really good conditions. That's probably one of my favorite things about Rosa. Like, is just having a good, sure, we'll, wait, what is her call? Reigns, okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just hit that. But I just love having, it's why I like Penelo so much. It's why I like Lilithset so much. Just having these generic, easy to fill FR conditions just makes them so flexible for team building. So I do really like that about Rosa for sure. All right, we'll take the 1 damage. That's fine. Oh, that's right. So when they hit force time, what it is he does a gravity HP attack. So if we can get to that with the Raijin call on, we won't take the damage. Because that's bad, because it messes up Air's BT effect. So that's the thing I'm going to have to watch out for when I do showcases, right? So we could do pray and like ramp again. So what I might do with Rosa, because I do want to like show off the LD and stuff and get her BT effect up. But I'm just going to pray until the enemies hit their FR so that can just pop off. Because they still have Raijin's debuff on, so we shouldn't take the damage. I just want to make sure I get that like out of the way. Actually, they're going to do it on like their next attack. So we'll attack here. So, oh, and we have the EX. Sure, let's pop the EX since we have it. Luminous Arrow. How much damage on the EX? Yeah, dude, 1.2 mil. Like, I'll take it. It's like very average damage, but like, dude, so leaps and bounds better than what Rosa was doing. So much better. Oh, the gravity gets by the Raijin. Never mind then. So this is going to lose Air's BT effect. That's fine. We're not doing like a big damage test or anything. We'll live with it. Oh, so it was Rydia I was supposed to have on. Yeah, I think Rydia is what stops it. We'll put Rydia on now. Yeah, Rydia is what I needed on. I'll keep that in mind for future showcases. Not a big deal. It's not going to like affect things too much. We just lose a little bit of damage on the BT effect. Well, actually, what I can do, we can solve that. We'll just do the friend Aerith and pop their BT effect. And then we essentially have the same thing. This friend Aerith should last long enough that we can finish the showcase. So yeah, let's just do that. We'll call that good. I guess I brought the friend Aerith for a reason. And that actually is a strategy I can do on showcases in case I'm worried about it. If I'm running Aerith, that is, right? I could just bring another one. Because otherwise, as long as I have a healer, like me taking that gravity damage doesn't really matter. And like I said, I don't mind these bosses because they're force time. I can still damage them. Just they don't have one of those stupid ones where they constantly heal or you do 0 damage. Like, I hate those. So sure, we'll just pop this. All right, so we've got force ready, but I don't want to hop into it quite yet. Let's get a Rosa LD, I think. So anytime you get free skill uses... Oh, we got to talk about the EX. Sorry, I didn't finish that. So the EX is an AoE 6-hit HP dump, which is nice. Batteries the ally based on the damage she does. Heals the party, so another healing attack. She gets a free ability use on her next turn. She gets a buff called Miraculous Light, which is an HP damage up. party attack up, brave regen, overflow stolen up, and overflow gained up. So what's nice about the EX is when you pop that, you get a free skill use. You could go into the AA because it's low skill use. Otherwise, you just go into Prey, and then you get a free force charge off of it, right? So anytime force chargers get a free skill use, I love using that free skill to get a free charge. So that's what I would do there. She does have a special HP plus called Aim that I do want to talk about. I kind of want to press it. It's supposed to be a pretty good button. Let me press Aim once. Wow. I couldn't even see the numbers. They got covered up. I think it was like 2 mil or more. It was a pretty good number. So Aim, which is her special HP plus, let me just go through it really quick. So this comes from her LD buff. So as long as her LD buff is up, she'll have Aim. It's a Brave gain scaled on attack, and it's an 8 HP dump. And it recharges her EX by 20%, and it's guaranteed to hit. The guaranteed hit isn't a big deal. There's not a lot of bosses that have like dodge mechanics, but if they do, that's a really nice button to press. And dude, this wish fulfillment, let me double check here. It's a 12-turn freaking buff. So so that Aim is just going to be like when you're not doing support stuff, that Aim is just a really nice button to press. We'll look at it again as we go through, but yeah, that was really nice damage there. I'm pretty sure that was like either 2 or 3 million damage. Once again, the numbers got kind of smothered, but we'll look more closely next time. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I feel like we're getting deep enough that I just kind of want to get into the FR at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to do, because I need at least 2 more Rosa turns anyways. We're going to pop her BT effect next, and then we'll do her FR. I know we're not seeing the LD without multipliers, but that's fine. Yeah, let's drop the BT effect. So this is called Holy Cross. Wait, no, I want to drop FR first. Sorry, yeah, we want to do FR first. Let's do FR first, because we want the BT effect like right before we go into a burst phase pretty much. All right, and we got Lulu. I want Lulu to get some love in this game. I hope whenever her BT comes, they make her busted. So we got 1.8 mil. That's pretty standard damage for an FR. We'll take it. Once again, leagues better than the type of damage she was doing before this upgrade. So she really needed it. I'm glad she got it, right? So this FR does heal the party. It's a AoE split HP attack. And then she gets Rosa's Prayer for 10 turns. The party gets re-raised. So I already talked about both of those buffs, so it upkeeps both of those. And then this is what I love about her. Her HP damage conditions are so good. As long as you're at full HP or more, you get 45% on turn. That does not require you to attack. So Aerith Echo is going to be popping off. It's going to be 125%. And then if the party has 10 or more buffs, 30%. Guess what? Doesn't require you to attack. So we're getting 75%, not requiring an attack. Aerith Echo is going to be bananas, and we're about to see it. We are about to see it. So let's start with so like no matter what, like every Echo is going to pop off really good numbers. This should be like 95%, I think. This should be like 95. This might be like one of the better FRs in the game to Echo with. Like it's crazy. Because it's like for free. Right? Show me like, yeah, 98%. Okay? Now this might be the best Echo you can do. I think this is the best Echo in the game. This should be like 175%. Look at the insanity on this Echo. This should be bananas. Yeah, 170%, dude. 170% Echo. So that alone, dude, like Aerith and Rosa as a combo, like a wombo combo, holy cow, that is nice. Yeah, that is a really nice fat Echo. Look how quick we're getting that up, dude. Dude, we're at 557 and we haven't used the force turn. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Now, this is the friend Aerith. Oh, we're going to lose BT effect. But hey, at least I got the double. I got some use out of that friend Aerith. We'll definitely take that. We'll hit the Steel Evil to end it. And actually, the friend Aerith is still on field. So actually, provided I go into burst phase with Rosa, we can keep the BT effect on. Because the friend Aerith will not leave yet. We might do it that way. I could definitely like play around and Echo more, but I feel like let's just get into it, huh? Well, we need our BT effect up, so we do got to go one more turn, unfortunately. Yeah, we can't like not have the BT effect up, because I want to have that going into the burst phase. So yeah, BT effect up. This is Holy Cross. So we are going to lose the other Aerith BT effect, but that's fine. But you know what that means, actually? It means my Aerith is going to come in and I can double echo again. We're going to be at full. We're going to be at 999, like, instantly. It's pretty wild. Okay. So let's talk about the BT. This is pretty important now. See, this Holy Blade is from the BT. So this Paladin Cecil is going to be swooping in. Was that 5 mil? Or that had to be, yeah, that was like 5 mil. But for a follow-up attack, that's pretty good. So it's an 8-turn burst effect. Paladin Cecil is going to pop in after every Rosa turn. It's going to be an attack up, brave gains up, brave damage limit up, HP damage limit up, an additional HP damage limit up, and an overflow up, and then we get the Holy Blade. That's the big thing, is you get the damage from it, and it just makes her support better, right? I mean, well, we got it. Actually, I can be sneaky. I can be a sneaky boy. We are gonna do Reigns, and we are gonna bring Rosa up, because then we can keep the BT effect. Because, dude, we're already at max gauge, so doing the double echo with my Aerith wouldn't matter. So we're gonna be sneaky here. We're gonna Reigns back up and stay in front of the BT effect so we can keep full BT auras up. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we're gonna take an echo. This is gonna be perfect. Oh my! This is kind of like a soft damage test, because this is a pretty ideal setup, actually. Because we got all BT effects up. We've echoed like crazy. We're gonna be at basically max gauge going into a 7-turn burst phase. The only thing is that this is just a 2-target fight. And one of the enemies is going to pop pretty early, but this is darn near damage test. Look, we're at 899 on turn 7. So yeah, we're going to go burst phase with Rosa. And now we're going to have those Paladin and Cecil follow-ups like crazy. And here's the thing. Like during the burst phase, like with how strong it is, we're going to have to hit the LD, but let's do that. Let's hit the LD because we haven't done that yet. And we need to refresh her aim, right? So Blessed Archery, let's pop that. Now keep in mind, this is at 900%. So, like, to be good damage, it's got to be like 20, 30 mil plus. That was 10 mil AoE. That's solid. But keep in mind, you got to count the follow-up with that, right? So that's 10 mil AoE plus this Holy Blade damage, which was, what, 7 mil AoE. So she just did, like, 17 mil AoE. For a support character, that's actually not the worst damage, right? But I think aim is actually going to be, like, her good damage. So I think on her, if you're actually going to do her BT effect, which you probably wouldn't normally do, I think you would just want to aim through, because I think that's her best button. So let's go ahead and hit some aim. What does aim do at like a max gauge? Yeah, like 20 mil. That's not bad for her. It's no Astos 125 mil, but that was 20 mil plus the 7 mil AoE. So yeah, she did like almost 30 mil single target and then had some on the side. It's not bad for what she is, right? Let's see some other buttons. Let's do the EX. We've pretty much seen everything at this point, right? So what's the EX got here? Like 15 mil AoE plus the Paladin Cecil dropping in with another 7. Yeah, that's not bad damage. That was what? Like 24 mil AoE? It's not bad. I don't think you want to do Divine Blast. You definitely don't want to do Prayer. We will do the FR effect, but yeah, you just aim as the button to press, man. That's pretty good damage. Yeah, 20 mil. So yeah, 27, almost 30 mil she's getting off of that for a support character with a really good echo. We'll take those. We'll take those. Keep in mind, like, compared to Astos, like, nobody's damage is going to look good right now. But for what she is, dude, this is really nice damage. And actually, we might have both these guys alive the whole time here. 20 mil, yeah. And then Paladin Cecil will swoop in. We'll end with an FR and see what kind of damage the FR can do here. Okay. Yeah, we'll take all that. All right, let's pop the FR. See how much damage the FR's got here at like full gauge. Yeah, 20 mil AoE. So pretty much her aim hits as hard as her FR. It's just not AoE. Pretty good. And then we'll end with the BT effect. Let's see what we get for a BT phase. I'm kind of curious. What do we got? What do we got? Dude, 300 mil burst phase for Rosa on a 2-target fight I think is actually pretty dang good, dude. Rosa putting up a 300 mil burst phase. Not bad at all. So let me know what you think of her. I think she's actually really good. She's a great support character. I definitely think she's worth grabbing, especially if you're lacking support characters in your box. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Whew. All right, there we go. Rosa character guide, dude. Pretty dang good. I was impressed. That's good damage for her. I'm very glad I got her, actually. Yeah, and when I did that Astos stream, my stream kind of crashed at the end, and I think it might have been because I was uploading videos during the stream. So I think I'm going to wait till after the stream to do my uploading now, because I don't want to wreck the stream again. All right, let's check out the chat. Sean is here. Thanks for coming, Sean. I hope you're enjoying your Astos. Hey, Joe. Hope the polls were good. Waiting for the last DE Transcendence. The last rank plate looks awesome. Oh, yeah, I haven't even looked at what the plate looks like. Ukuru, you know what, on that Grand Cross, I'm pretty sure I've dodged it. I think Rydia does work. I'll test it the next time I do it, but I'm pretty sure that Rydia will actually dodge that. I know I've avoided it before. I could be wrong, though. Maybe it was just a lucky miss, but I'm pretty sure it does work there. AJ Dove, if his standard appearance would be his Asian garb, I would think his alt costume could be the Galvus garb. You must be talking about what's at Amaranth, I'm guessing, or maybe you're talking about somebody else. Sorry, I'm kind of like just in the middle of like chat that probably isn't involving me. The K-Bot, well, unfortunately, the BT follow-up in Aura made me want her BT. Yeah, dude, like, here's the thing. Like, Rosa doesn't need the BT, but if you want her to put up some decent damage like that, that's where the damage comes from. That being said, though, her aim does hit really hard, and you don't need her BT to have aim. You just need the LD. So, like, she's still going to be, like, really decent as FR only, and her FR, to me, is, like, where she shines. Her FR effect is so good for, like, how easy it is to activate. It's just crazy. Eric, I had to watch, but now I'm out. Great fight to watch, actually. If I was not waiting for Setzer, Reno, Vincent, Vice, I'd BT Token Rosa because she actually does look good and fun. Yeah, thanks for coming, Eric. Nice having you here. Asriel Dreamer is here. We got an Undertale fan. I was pretty okay with skipping this banner, but I got her BT on the free multi, and I'm glad I did after seeing that showcase. Yeah, dude, I think like people are underselling Rosa. Like, she looks like a fantastic character to me. And when I first read her kit, I'm like, dude, this FR condition is too good to not, like, want to have in your box. Like, if you're a newer player, like, a lot of players will come to this game and be like, oh, I just need my one team of 3 characters. But if you actually get in and start doing lockout content, which the game is doing a lot more of now, you need multiple supports. You need a lot of options like this. I've had Dare to Defies where I've gone through, you know, Garnet, Aerith, Penelo, even Lilith. Like, you need one for each stage. So it's like, I would say you would want your box at minimum to have like 7 really good support characters so you could get through a Dare to Defy type situation, right? It's just really nice. Now, you don't have to have a support on every team build, but I'm always not afraid to go in on a new support character. They're just so safe, right? Their longevity is so good. They're flexible for team comps depending on what type of support you get, and they've got that longevity you want. So your money's, it's going to be a good investment. Rosa is not a bad investment. Ukuru, her FR is insane. I am 100% getting that, but the BT, not so sure. If her follow-up happened after the other part, oh yeah, that would be busted if it went off after everybody. Yeah, and I agree with that, Ukuru. Like, you don't have to have the BT, but the FR to me is, like, really awesome. Oh, AJ, you're talking about somebody from 14. Yeah, I'm totally not familiar with 14. Xenos Karas is here. Hey, Joe, amazing guides for this game. I started this game a week ago and learned a lot from your 15... Oh, yeah, that 15 tips and tricks video is awesome. Well, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you enjoying the videos, and thanks for coming to the stream tonight. Very much appreciate it. I'm just going to go back to some of the older chat and just shout out people that are here. And I might see something that I might want to read. Oh, Sean, I forgot to mention, if you didn't see my summons, they were bananas. I'll put up my video after the stream. They were insane. Some of the best summons of my life, actually. They're pretty crazy. Let me see. Con McLeod is here. Thanks for coming. Who else is here that I haven't shouted out yet? Omar is here. Thanks for coming, Omar. You got Rosa's BT. Nice. Waiting for Cloud FR. Oh, you know what, guys? I do need to make another clarification. So when I did my poll planning video, it completely like glazed over my mind that Global First Dimensions End reprise, it actually has a character on it. And the way, here's the thing. I was a little bit scrambling when I made that video because it was like I had to wait for the community stream to be done. And I was really stressing on time because I had to leave to go out of town and I was actually running late. But I'm like, I really want to get these videos in. So I like went so fast on that and it completely like eluded me that there's a character with that. So what I didn't talk about is actually that I think is where Oron's going to be. Because I think the Crevasse is something they probably just don't have to release. And that's the same type of event as Crevasse. So I think there's actually a really good chance that Oron actually is coming on that Dimensions End reprise. And then the other thing is some people have been talking about Cloud FR maybe being there as well. So that could be an option as well. So that's going to be a pretty exciting banner. Because if Oron's there, dude, I want Oron so bad. And I was so disappointed. To me, the reason, too, I'm so confident it would be Oron is because that would be like such a huge delay for him. And him actually coming at that time now is actually like way more on par with when he should come out. It just makes too much sense. Oh, Doppelganger, Decidia DB revealed it on Twitter. That's awesome. I hope they make Amaranth busted because he's a very liked character. I hope they make him good. I do hope they make him good. All right. Richie is here. Thanks for coming, Richie. Do I really need her FR because I got her BT from the free pull? Yes, you need the BT. You need the FR. The FR is really important to her kit. If you have tickets though, it's fairly easy to ticket an FR. The BT's the hard one, so I would say yes, you want that FR. Celis Ray is here. Hey Joe, glad to be back. Glad to have you here. Thanks for coming. Tristan R is here. Got in just in time to see you crush X-Death. Very happy with Rosa early, but rip Oron. But as I just said, I do think Oron actually might be coming. That's my bad on that video. I made a couple mistakes on those videos because like, okay, I'll tell you guys another mistake I made on my poll planning video. I way undersold Setzer because I actually misread his BT effect. So when I read his BT effect, it just said 70% chance for the party to do maximum damage, right? And that's the same way the rainbow numbers are worded. So I just thought his BT like made his rainbow numbers buff more extended and you just got rainbow numbers more. No, his BT is a 70% chance to do maximum HP damage. So it's a Quina effect. So he basically has rainbow brave. So he basically allows the party to do maximum brave damage and HP damage. So Setzer BT is actually really busted. And the other thing with Setzer BT is it can range anywhere from 6 to 12 turns. Where Queena's BT effect, I think, is only 5 turns or maybe 6 at most. Setzer bare minimum is getting 6 turns of it, but up to 12. And even though it's not guaranteed, 70%, if I'm doing like a character with like 8 HP dumps, probably at least 6 of those are going to be maximum HP damage. So yeah, Setzer BT, I kind of misrepresented him or I undersold him on that video a little bit. I'm going to like represent him properly when I do the normal should you pull on that. And then the other one was like, I misspoke a little bit on Reno because I knew that Reno was really busted because he like delays the party and it's so good. I thought it was from an FR rework, but it's from the BT. So I didn't like represent Reno wrong. I just kept saying FR rework, but his FR actually doesn't get a rework. It's his BT that makes Reno busted. And I'm really excited for that Reno BT because I have always wanted that to be able to delay my own party members on a defense comp. I think it's going to be really awesome. Let me see here. Elvin Richard is here. If you're going to use her, you want... Oh, yeah, to answer to the other question. Yeah, you want the FR. Desirable is here. Hello, Joe. Just joined. Is Rosa worth it? Yes, Rosa is quite worth it. I just recorded her guide, and she was very impressive. Everything she's doing as a support, her damage was actually really good if you get the BT, but you don't need it. I would say if you're going for Rosa, get everything at least through FR, and you're going to be good to go. But if you want more damage, try to get the BT. Does she have synergy with Astos? Rosa with Astos, yes, because I believe some of her auras do impact Max Brave. And just in general, she is a good support. And her battery will help keep him so he can't be broken. So yes, Rosa is a character that does synergize well with Astos. Somebody like Quina though and Setzer do not synergize as well with Astos because their maximum HP damage will not affect him. The only thing with like Setzer is like the rainbow numbers kind of help Astos because he does do some brave hits, but he doesn't get as much use out of it as other characters. Yeah, Rukia fan, it might be Oron and Cloud for sure. Duo is here. Question, do you know if they would add more crystals to be farmed in the event dungeons for all colors? Are you talking about the sparkles? Or are you talking about the crystals to do crystal levels? If you're talking about sparkles, you get your one run a week for 700, and then periodically they will throw sparkles in the shop or through events. So we are getting a campaign coming up where you are going to get 1,000 sparkles through missions, but don't expect to get a lot of sparkles for free outside of your 700 a week. If you're talking about normal crystals, those are always available pretty much. All the crystals are in in the normal event tab. You can just farm crystals to your heart's content. And then in co-ops, you can buy the highest level crystal infinitely. So, readily available. Dzad says, Rainbow. That is Setzer. He's the rainbow guy. Nail Do is here. I'm skipping Rosa, going for Rem. Her banner is better for me. I'm a newer player, playing for 10 days now. Yeah, as long as you get one of them, you want a really good support. And Rem is also very good. Elvin says her synergy with Astos is pretty good. Yep, Max Brave and stop him from being broken. Exactly what I said. Yep. We're on the same page. K-Bot. Yeah, I forgot about Setzer. I picked Black Crystal, so I think Setzer's kit will be a lot better. Yeah, if you're a Black Crystal user, Setzer's almost a must, actually. He's going to be so valuable with his utility. Rem with Astos can be good because... like, let's say you're doing Astos stuff and you're not in a burst phase and you're still in an FR. Like, Rem can give Astos more turns, which can be nice. And she does also have battery. So, pretty much any, like, regular support character will synergize well with Astos. Like, anything that can help keep him safe from getting broken, like battery and stuff like that, for sure. Yep. Yeah, so Duo, if you're looking for like the high crystals for like crystal levels, those are just in co-op, but they're infinite. In co-op, it's so easy to farm tons of points. So you could get a ton of those really fast. All right, what do we want to do next? Let's so the story chapter, I don't know if I want to sit and go through all that right now. Let's see. I mean, we could do the new Dare to Defy, but I kind of want to get a 2-for-1 on that. And then we got a single challenge, huh? And they're not going to let me do any of that until I do the story chapter. All right, well, maybe we'll just have a chill rest of the stream, and I guess I will just grind through the chapters here. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just do some chapter grinding while I chat with you guys. So, great time to toss out questions or anything you want to know. I should skim quick in case there are any more super chats, but I think we just got the one. Shout out to Harold Lopez again for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's it. By the way, I will use this time to plug my Discord. My Discord is pinned in the chat at the top. It's a very awesome Discord with a lot of friendly people. We just hit 700 in there. So it's a very healthy Discord. A lot of people chatting in there all the time. And it is for Dokkan Battle and DFFOO. And there's some chats for other games like Honkai Star Rail I really love, so I put a chat in there. And so yeah, if you love DFFOO or you love Dokkan or both, feel free to join. And it's a great place to get additional help on the games. And there's a lot of people in there that will help you with stuff. And then if you want me to personally help you, I will. You just have to tag me in there with your questions, okay? So yeah, feel free to join my Discord. You can do the single challenge before chapter. Will it let you do all of them, though? Because sometimes it'll, like, lock the chaos ones out until you actually get to the chaos. I think Rosa would be better for Astos, to be honest. They're both good, though. But I just think Rosa's a little bit better. All right. Let's, I'm ready to just go through the story chapter. I'm fine just kind of having, like, a chill. Because then I can just, like, auto through these. We can do, like, Farmer Rex. My boy Farmer Rex. And then we can just do some chat. That's fine. I don't know what it's like where you guys all are, but in Minnesota, it is like blazing hot right now. It's like 100 freaking degrees outside. I don't know how like a place that gets to like negative 40 degrees can possibly get to 100, but that's what Minnesota does. I refer to Minnesota as like a year-long desert because deserts get really cold at night and they get ridiculously hot during the day. That's kind of like what Minnesota is in the winter. We get ridiculously cold in the winter and we can get crazy hot in the summer. So hopefully it's not quite so hot where you guys all are. I know we got people probably from the Philippines and in Europe. Hopefully it's a little bit cooler there. Zuko is here, currently at my night job, been listening to the stream about halfway through this chapter. Great Rosa guide as always, my man. Well, thanks for coming, Zuko. I appreciate the support. Appreciate you listening to me while you work. Oh, no, I did not want to retry. No, get out, get out, get out. Gotta actually go to the next stage. So these will go pretty quick at first. Naldo should be able to get round 2. Yeah, if you can get them both, they're both really good supports. You also have to be careful because there are some other like really good characters this month. I think Vice is going to be really fun. And I think Reno is somebody that definitely like is not a must pull. Reno is not going to be for everybody. But if you like doing defensive comps, like he is going to be insane. And I love doing defense comps. So I need that Reno BT. I'm not going to lie. Reno actually BT could be one that I use my BT tokens on. Because his would be a banner that I literally could just token and skip completely. And that's the type of banners you want to use tokens on where you don't have to summon at all. Zuko, Missouri's the same. Yeah, Missouri, and it's probably really hot down south, actually. Tristan, love Farmer Rex and Farmer Snow. Yeah, we love our farmers around here. We definitely love our farmers. For sure. You know Rex and Snow were in their FFA groups when they were in high school. They like to farm. George, do you ever just watch the story in the game? I actually do not. I'm one of those players, especially with gacha games. I never get into the story. I just love getting into the gameplay as quickly as possible. Main console games or games like where I get really engaged, I will watch all the story. So like Genshin Impact and Star Rail, I really like because they're like voice acted in English and I find them very entertaining. So like Star Rail and Genshin, I will watch all the story. And then FF16, you have... Dude, if you're not listening to the story and watching in 16, I don't know why you're playing the game. Because that's like the best part about 16. It's literally like I'm playing Game of Thrones. And I am so addicted. It is so good. Like, I'm... Because normally in a game, like, the cutscenes are fine or whatever. And I'll watch them, like, understand the story sometimes. But in 16, I'm actually, like, just as excited to, like, sit and watch cutscenes as I am to actually play the game. Because the story is so freaking amazing. 16 is, like, darn near a masterpiece. It is so good. Oh, Zuko, you're working at a food manufacturing plant. Alright, that boss just died. That's fine. Tristan, I believe there's also a crystal passive that can do... Yes! So... That'll take me a while to get to because it's going to depend on what characters. But there are 2 passives in the crystal rooms that actually like delay and like slow down the characters, which is actually... And they're meant to be a negative because they do something else too. But they're actually like a positive with these tank teams. So yes, there are 2 really good defense passives for those types of setups. JM, Joe, I thought you lived in Canada. Nope, I am in Minnesota. Hence the Minnesota Twins hat. Pretty much in every video and stream. Sometimes I change hats, but usually rock my Twins hat because I'm also a really huge baseball fan. So yeah, definitely like me my Minnesota Twins. Dzadge, Genshin has really started to show its FF13 levels of jargons ever since version 3. You know, I'll admittedly say I haven't been playing Genshin much lately, not because I don't like the game, because Genshin to me feels more like a console game, right? And like I sit at my PS5 and I play it. Like I hate playing it on the phone because it's like an action-based game and it doesn't feel, the controls don't feel good on a phone. And the reason why I haven't played Genshin is because when I actually sit down and want to do a console game, it's like I want to do Tears of the Kingdom, or I want to do FF16, or I want to do Octopath Traveler 2. Like, I want to play actual console games, not gacha games. And this is why I've latched on to Star Rail, because Star Rail actually, because it's turn-based, works really well on the phone. So I've been, like, dedicatedly, like, every day logging into Star Rail. I'm fully caught up in content. I've got a full level 80 team. I'm like, what am I, like a Trailblazer level 64? Like, I've been grinding that game like crazy, and I love it. Like, if I was a full-time YouTuber, I probably would, like, cover Star Rail on my channel, but I just don't have enough time. That game is, like, you know, Genshin and Star Rail both get pretty complex with their numbers and their calculations, and I just don't have the brain capacity for that. So that's a game where I'm fine just looking up guides, doing what they tell me to do, and then build my characters that way. But to actually, like, present my own content on it, like, you got to do a lot of research. It's why, like, good YouTubers, they don't just, like, cover every game out there. And it's why, like, on my channel, you may have noticed I have, like literally, like, 2 Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm an avid player of it, and I want to do more Yu-Gi-Oh! On my channel. But I don't want to, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so complex. It's not just, like, building a deck. You have to really play it and understand it to, like, present it well in a video to, like, teach people how to play it. So it literally will take me months to play a deck to learn it good enough where, like, I'm ready to do it on my channel before I want to make a video on it. So my 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos are Gusto and Amazonas. And the next video I want to do, like, I'm kind of ready to do it. It's on Mechanicos. But they're getting new support, like, literally this week. And so I want to make a deck with the new support and play it at least once or twice. And then I might make a video on Mechanicos, because I really like that deck. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not like, oh, I'm just going to make a deck for the first time. Unless you're, like, really, like, good at the game. But, like, it takes me time. Like, I'm not like one of these insane, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players that go to, like, nationals and stuff, that they can just build new decks right away and, like, master them so fast. Like, I need time. And I only play Yu-Gi-Oh! Once a week, like, locally at tournaments. I do play Master Duel, but Master Duel doesn't have, like, all the newest stuff. So, like, I can't practice Mechanco on Master Duel because they're not on there yet. So I gotta play that in person. Anyways, I'm ranting. This is a DFFOO stream, not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream. Let's go back to chat. K-Bot, what kind of character would you want Clive to be when he drops? So I've talked about this before. Clive would definitely be... he would be very offensive in some way. I could definitely see him being a tank because of how he's like the shield, and he was always the shield for his brother. But the later version of Clive I see as more as just being like a very offensive character, right? What I've said before that I would want to see for Clive is... I want him to be a fire damage dealer exclusively. And those of you that play 16 know that he uses multiple elements. I'll try to, like, explain it without being too much spoilers. But Clive can do a lot of elements. And I've heard people say that they want him to have, like, all the elements in his kit. And I actually don't want that, because it makes him really easy to get locked out. What I want them to do with Clive is a realm mechanic. And what, if you're not familiar with realm has an attack that changes element based on the summon you are equipped with. And if you're not familiar with 16, summons or eidolons are ridiculously important to the story and the characters. So I could see them doing almost a realm mechanic with, like, with different Final Fantasy 16 characters, right? And I think something that could be really cool is giving characters, like, different bonuses based on which summon you have equipped. And I think with Clive, he could be, like, all fire, but then maybe have one attack where, like, it does something different based on the summon you have equipped. I think that could be really, really cool, for sure. But the one thing, when I first started playing 16, right, what I said is, oh, I want Clive to do attacks and then have Torgal be a partner and do follow-ups. But I've said this before, after playing the game enough, I think Torgal actually just deserves to be his own character. Which, to some of you, that might sound crazy, but if you play 16 more... and you'll see, like, Torgal actually gets backstory and is treated as his own party member. I think Torgal just needs to be his own character, for sure. Ace is here. Did you hear that Amaranth is coming to JP? Yes, my chat told me about that. Apparently it has been confirmed. So very excited to see Amaranth. Yeah, that's, like I said, he's one of the big three that have kind of been shafted in the game as like mainline characters to, for whatever reason, not get in this game. So now we're just waiting on Riku and Red 13. Those are the last two we're waiting on. Don't know why they took so long with him. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Alright, DZAT. Well, Star Rail has started the Star Trek level jargon since the start. So whenever the characters or loading screen starts over-explaining things, it can get pretentious. Sure. Ace, the banner, his skills, his weapons are in the JP data mine right now. Nice. I'll definitely... I'm sure Simply Lost will do a video on it. I'll probably just watch his video and see what he has to say. By the way, if you guys don't know Simply Lost, he's probably the most prominent DFFOO content creator right now. I think he's over 8,000 subscribers. I think he's pushing for 10K. I would like to get to 10K. I'm halfway there, which is pretty awesome. But the big thing with his channel is he covers JP, which is nice. I'm not a JP player, so I don't feel right covering JP because I'm not knowledgeable enough. But he actually plays JP, so he's a really good channel if you want to keep up with what's going on in JP. We'll put that, because he actually has a JP account and he'll do showcases with characters that are coming out on Global, so that's really nice. That's the one thing I wish I could do, is I could showcase, like, I wish I could do the character guides ahead of time, but I just don't want to play JP. I don't want to go through the hoops to download it. I honestly don't have the time to manage 2 accounts. That's probably the biggest thing. I've had people offer me JP accounts, which is really generous, and that it would be super appreciated, but I would feel bad doing it and then like not have the time to actually play it and keep up with it. Because that's the thing, if you play Global and JP, it's like playing 2 separate gacha games. And right now, between DOKKAN and DFFOO, like that takes up all my time in terms of my channel. I can't afford to put into a third game, right? Let me see here. Tristan absolutely loved FF16 to pieces. My only complaint is how many side missions there are to do toward the end, and there's no post-game. Hope we see Clive in DFFOO too. Yeah, and I haven't finished the game yet. I know people are clamoring that they want DLC, so hopefully we get some DLC. That would be pretty cool. Sorry, trying to get through these and get to the battle so I can go back to chat here. But yeah, this is kind of fun. Just I can kind of mindlessly get through this boring stuff while chatting with you. It actually makes the grind a lot better. Alright, just grabbing random friend units. Ukuru, you know that actually made me realize why they went for turn-based. You must be talking about on Star Rail. Nail, got Rosa, BT, got Kursame, FR 3 times in a row, need the FR. Yeah, keep pushing for that FR if you can. Dude, getting the BT, though, is huge. That is awesome. Hopefully you have tickets and you can just do it with tickets and not use gems. Desirable, Honkai, Star Rail, and Genshin require money to get the optimal setup. Here's the thing. While Genshin and Star Rail, to get optimal characters and builds, require money, yes, 100% you are correct. But what I like about them is they're free-to-play friendly in the sense that you don't need to summon the 5-star characters. If you really invest into like the free 4-star characters they give you, you can beat like all of the main content in the game. Now, yes, if you want to do like the really hard endgame content and stuff, like you're going to need some 5 stars. I think the thing people get caught up in with those games is, yeah, the gacha system's terrible. You pretty much got to summon forever for pity for 5 stars, which stinks. But if you're willing to like not get enticed by those characters, like you could probably play Star Rail and Genshin very effectively free to play. Just fine. As long as you're okay like not getting all the stars in the Abyss, or the equivalent of Abyss on Star Rail, which is what, Forgotten Hall. Forgotten Hall and Abyss, those are like the big things that like people want the max setups for. The other thing with Star Rail and Genshin, there is one thing I really hate about it, which is like the resin system. Or on Star Rail, they call it Trailblaze power. I hate that, like, to level up the characters, I don't mind, like, the grind on that game. I actually don't think the grind is that bad for, like, maxing out a character. The problem is they bottleneck you because they're tied to energy that refills pretty slow. And so they want people to buy energy refills a lot, and it's actually pretty spendy to do in that game. So that's probably where they're making a lot of money, is that people want to max out their characters day one, and you got to do a lot of refills to do that. But if you're willing to be patient with the game, just do your, use your energy every day and go slow with it, like, you'll be fine. But yeah, like, I just got Bailu, and I really love Bailu as a healer, and I really wanted to max her out over the weekend, and I had to be like, nope, I just gotta, every day I'm putting my energy into Bailu progression, and then when she's ready, right? So yeah, there are definitely frustrating parts of it, because what me and my brother wanted in Genshin, because we played Genshin together, and the one thing Genshin has over Star Rail, Genshin is way better for like playing with other people. Star Rail, it's kind of like DFFOO, you just use a friend unit, right? But it would have been so fun on Genshin. Me and my brother, we could have played for hours and just grinded like artifacts and upgrade materials, and they don't let you do that because they're, you have to have the resin. So that's the thing. Yeah, I definitely like the least about it. Yeah, AJ saying Clive could be an off-turn DPS with Torgal. Yep, that's definitely a possibility for sure. Oh geez. Tristan, yes, Torgal needs to be his very own slot on the default roster, and if they add Torgal, then they just got to add Red 13. There'll be no excuses at that point. Yeah, I kind of hope Red 13 would come before Torgal, to be honest. Torgal gets his own character, they won't have any excuse for Red 13. Exactly. Celis Ray says, I miss Josepher. Yeah, Josepher, I think him... Oh, what's going on here? Hold up. This might not be a gimme. I might be in trouble here. We might have to go in with an actual team. Let's see if we can cheese it, though. Let's see if we can figure this out. I just noticed I did, like, no damage. What do we do with... Sure, let's do an Iris BT effect and see if she can solo a little bit. Yeah, Josepher, I think, and Broadway Saiyan were probably, like, the two DFFOO content creators I watched first, for sure. Josepher, though, he still has a channel. Wait, how did I go from dealing no damage to winning? Okay, sure, we're good. But Josepher still does stuff. So if you miss him, you definitely can still watch him. He does a lot of Squeck stuff on like Twitch. He actually just did a very interesting video that I watched today where he talked about the revenue of all the Square Enix mobile games. I thought it was kind of interesting. What I didn't realize about it is that DFFOO, like the global version, actually makes way more money than the JP version, which is like a good thing and a bad thing because like it's actually doing better than like some of the other Final Fantasy games globally, which is good, which means the game feels safer for us on global. But the fact that it's doing worse on JP is kind of a bad thing because it's like, JP normally outperforms global, so it's like, why is that happening? And that does get me to think, and I've been looking at it more and more, right? That would actually make sense if they are trying to align the games. Like the reason why they're doing the mix-ups on global and could be maybe trying to merge the games, I think, is because global's making more money. So by mixing things up, speeding things up, I think in turn is going to make them more money because people can't plan as well. And then if they get the games merged, then every new release will be a mystery to global. And actually would be a very good thing on their part if they did that. So it has really got my mind spinning a little bit that maybe they are aligning the games, because the thing with like Vice coming so early is they're pushing through the story very quickly. So it's almost like they're prioritizing story chapter characters to get the story caught up, which maybe is actually they're trying to align the games. I don't know. It's still a lot of ground to cover, but I do feel like our pacing is moving fast, because when I look at the timeline, it feels like we're like a full month, even maybe more than that ahead at this point. We're getting 2 new characters this month, and normally you only get 1. I don't know. It is feeling very fast. All right. Keep going here as we go through the chat. Yep, let's go through here. I feel like I might be getting close to the end here because I did not a Cosmos level fight. Ace, I watched far into FF16, and I agree that Torgal deserves his own character. That specific scene. Yeah, I know exactly what scene you're talking about. Kenjin, one of the staff members said that they would have enough lore for a second game for 16, so I'd rather take a sequel than a DLC. Yeah, I would take a sequel. They could totally do a Final Fantasy 16 too. I would take that. Dude, all I'm going to say, though, is if they're going to do another 16, give me playable Jill, please. That I think would be like my one gripe with 16, is that you can't control your other party members. I kind of wish it was more like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where I could just swap characters on the fly and then like play with who I want to. That would be like my one complaint about it. But other than that, I mean, the game is darn near flawless. It's so good. D's Edge, FR luck, please wish me luck. Well, good luck on getting the FR. I hope you get it. I still don't get how people are dealing 1 mil damage on Genshin. I don't either. I've never touched 1 mil on that game, but I'm not big brained enough to do that probably. And it's been a while since I played, so my characters are probably outdated. Yeah, so like with Child's Burst, you get like 40k. Yeah, that's like what I'm used to, like 20 to 40 to 50. I think with Ganyu I was able to do like 100k maybe, but nowhere near a million. Oh gosh, I just got lost in the chat here. A says the Shinryu fight is very long. They have a lot of HP and it's highly recommended to bring high DPS like Aranea, Lightning, or Astos. Yeah, somebody, when I did my Dare to Defy video, which I use Astos on, people were in the comments like, dude, you need to open up Astos for the next fight. So I did. I unlocked Astos, so I probably will use him on the Dare to Defy fight. Because if you need a lot of damage, that's the man I want to bring. Yeah, Desirable says, yep, you don't need to spend, but it irks me that my characters aren't fully built. And unlike a game like, yep, that's been one of my complaints about so many gachas. I hate gachas where it is such a freaking grind to max out characters. Whether it be that it takes a lot of time or it's just like so overwhelming. And that's the big problem I had with War of the Visions, the big problem I had with Brave Exvius. The maxing characters on that game feels just ridiculously impossible. It's just like you got to put so much freaking time into the game. It's just crazy. Like I said I recently downloaded War of the Visions because after hearing that the games are merging and the game's doing really well, like, yeah, it might be a good game to get into. I love the art style. I love tactics games. Seems like a win-win. I literally, like, for 2 or 3 days in a row, played it for hours, like almost an unhealthy amount because I was so addicted to, like, trying to grind the characters. I wasted so much of those 3 days and didn't even like max out one character. Like, it just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Brave Exvius, the same thing. I tried re-downloading that recently. I'm like, maybe the game's gotten better. Because what'll happen sometimes on gacha games, right, is it'll be super grindy when the game first releases. And then as it goes on later and later, they make it a lot easier. An example would be DFFOO with the summon board. Summon board grinding used to be like the worst thing ever. Like, literally hours of grinding. Now you can do it, as you've seen on my streams. I could fully summon board a character in like minutes. So DFFOO's doing it right, where they've improved the grinding, made it way faster. But War of the Visions and Brave Exvius, it felt still like way too ridiculously grindy. Dzadge, like, do 5-star weapons really make that much of a difference? Are you talking about like Genshin and so like Genshin and Star Rail? Like the 5-star weapons really, like they do for like optimizing, but yeah, 4-star ones maxed out are still really good in those games, right? Even some characters you can use 3-star. I remember like for Barbara, like there's a 3-star one that's actually like one of her better equips because she's just like a healer, right? And did like, it was either like a big HP gain which helped her healing. It was something like that. Alright, why is this loading up? I must have clicked retry. Yeah, Resin, so Ukru says Resin was one of the reasons I quit Genshin, besides taking too much of my time. Yep, I agree with that. The Resin system's crap. I get why they do it, because, like, the reason why games like Genshin and Star Rail, and let's be honest, like War of the Visions and Brave Exvius, the reason why those games make so much more money is they're a little bit more predatory in, like, what they do. And what I mean by that is they have like really grindy things in their games that you can speed up by whaling. And what that does is the average player probably won't do that, but there's enough like mega whales in those games. That's how they make all that money. There are whales that literally will spend $10,000 a month on a gacha game, and that'll just be like their budget for the month, like $10,000 every month. And so it's the whales, like the games that are predatory enough that there's enough for the whales to buy and do to speed things up that they will actually go crazy and do it. Whereas it hurts the average player because the average player doesn't want to do those things, and they're punished because they can't like realistically max out their characters in a realistic amount of time. So it's unfortunate because I hate the way that operates, but it's also unfortunate because it works for them money-wise, so that's why those games do that. And so that's the other thing that, like, because actually listening to Josepher's video, like, was really eye-opening for me in that, like, yeah, when I think of, like, War of the Visions and Brave Exvius, like, they're doing way better than DFFOO, but obviously I'm biased, but I think DFFOO is 10 million times the better game than those. And I think it's got like I don't know, I feel like it's got a very strong fan base, and people that love DFFOO really love the game for like what it is. But I think the other games like just have more whales, like they have enough whales in the game that just go insane on this stuff, and it makes the games make a lot of money, right? Whereas DFFOO, and you know, back when I watched the Crystal Chronicles podcast and stuff, Mark made very good points that like, yeah, DFFOO doesn't have enough things to whale off on for like for those players. Like, for example, like when BTs came out, they waited to bring out BT ingot pass, right? When they do these new weapon upgrades, they wait too long to do that. Even right now with the crystal rooms and the sparkles, they will periodically put packs out, but like they limit and very rarely do them. If they just had like infinite sparkle packs, I guarantee you there are whales out there that would literally buy all their crystal rooms full day one. Now, the reason why they don't want that is because part of the reason they bottleneck you on these things is because they want you logging in over more of a longer period of time. They want you to play the game more, right? So I get why they don't do that. But Opera Omnia doesn't really have anything where people can whale out like that crazily on it, right? Which is why it's going to be kind of limited on the amount of money it makes. DFFOO uses a different model, which is more off of like a monthly fee model, and paying for cosmetics and paying for some packs once in a while for upgrade materials, which I like that model because, and that's the way it works, right? Like the model that the players like isn't making them as much money as the more predatory models. So the more predatory games are the ones that survive longer, which is unfortunate. But I love the model of DFFOO, and I've always talked about this because it's very free-to-play friendly in that you can summon for characters if you budget well. Free-to-play, you can have like maxed out characters, you can beat the hardest content, whatever. You're limited on how many characters you can max out, right? But you can still, if you choose well, you can do a lot in this game free-to-play. And then the idea is if you like the game and you're enjoying it, then you pay for extra perks, more upgrade materials to max out more characters, the Mog Pass to make things easier for you. I like that model much better for a gacha game because it doesn't feel as predatory. It's more like, hey, come play the game. If you like it, pay for some extra incentives to enjoy the game more. But if you don't want to pay for those incentives, it's not like you can't max out a character. It's not like you can't play the game, right? And games like Brave Exvius especially is the one I feel it a lot, where like the scaling is so insane on that game. Like, I'm like, oh, I got all my characters to 120 and I'm dealing like, wow, I just did like 30 million damage. That feels really strong. And then I bring in a friend unit that does like billions of damage in one hit. And I'm like, what is this game? And what the hell do you have to do to get a character to that point? And it's just ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe some of you are Exvius players and you understand what I'm talking about, but I just could never get to any type of difficult content in that game because I couldn't keep up with maxing up the characters enough. And that's the other bad part about like when games like Genshin and Star Rail and War of the Visions, like when they have characters that are way too grindy to upgrade, it's like by the time you actually max them out, it feels like they're already outdated and there's the next new thing to like try and summon for, and then you got to start the grind all over again, right? The big complaint I always had about Genshin, right? It was like I wasn't even tempted to summon for new characters a lot because it was like, oh, woohoo, I just got Ganyu. Oh, wait, she's level 10 and will absolutely die instantly. And I've got to grind for like 3 weeks before she's even usable. So like you get that euphoria of like, woohoo, I got the character. And then all of a sudden you're down because it's like, well, now they just sit in my box because I can't do anything with them because they're too weak. Whereas like in DFFOO, it's like, hey, I just got Rosa tonight, and guess what? She's maxed out, and I'm having a blast with her. That, I think, is the biggest flaw when games are way too grindy with character maxing out, is that you can't enjoy the new characters as you pull them. That is like the worst part of it, the biggest travesty of it all, right? All right, sorry, I probably got a lot of chat to catch up on, but I kind of get into these like little rant mode things, right? But yeah, it may be selfish, but I want DFFOO to last forever. This is like one of my favorite games I've ever played as a gacha game, and it's just so perfect. It just does everything so well. And I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, and I love the way the characters operate in this game. I love the gameplay of it so much. Yeah. So yeah, I hope Global can continue to do well, and hopefully they can do something to pick up sales in JP and get revenue operating over there, right? Let's hope so. All right. Matt Drift is here. Thanks for coming. Amran is coming to DFFOO. Yep, for sure. That's what I've been hearing tonight. Doppelganger says people would riot if Torgal was added before Red. For sure. Dzadge, I'm seriously just lacking Mora. Yep. Even, it's like the experience and the money. Like, even if they just didn't gate you on everything, right? Like, let you farm something in those games, right? But yeah, it's like sometimes I have to use all my daily resin or Trailblaze power on just money, right? Just because I'm out of money. Because when you're doing like the traces or the talent, so it's traces on Star Rail and it's talents on Genshin. When you're doing those things, it's like really expensive for the high level ones, right? K-Bot, yeah, I finished my second Ultima weapon. Do Ultima staves just increase damage, or do they also increase the support's battery? Ultima weapons are going to increase every stat, so it will increase every aspect of the character. So yes, it's going to make the battery better, it's going to make the healing better, it's going to make the damage better. So yeah, Ultima weapons are always a good idea to use on a character. Ultima staff is a very good choice if that's one of the ones you maxed out. The other thing, if you're newer to the game, Ultima weapons can be dismantled once a month for free. So like, let's say you do a staff, and then next month it's like, oh, I'm not really using my staff, but like a new maybe spear character comes out. You could dismantle it, make a full spear, and then use that for a month. So every month you get a free trade on an Ultima weapon, which is nice. And they tick at the beginning of the month. So like, if you haven't used your dismantle for July, you could dismantle like right now for July, trade for a different weapon. So like if you want the weapon for Vice and you don't have it and you want to do that now to prep, you could do that. And then in August, you can do it like, so today is July 27th. You could dismantle now if you haven't done it in July. And then literally on August 1st, you could dismantle again if you want to. It doesn't go like, it's not like a month in between dismantles. It's literally like just once per calendar month you can dismantle. So any day during each month, you can do it one time during that calendar month. And I think dismantling is something that maybe goes under the radar for some people, not realizing they can do it, or they're worried it's going to mess something up. It doesn't. Like, everything reverts back to the same. So if you dismantle your staff, it reverts back to like you never owned it. You can rebuy it for 50. You can re-sublimate it. Like, you don't lose any resources by doing that. It's a complete equal one-for-one trade. It's 800 Ultima cores to max out one. So if you have a full one and you dismantle it, they just give you your 800 cores back, and you can just do a different weapon. It's pretty nice. Doppelganger, you used Rex. Oh, he absorbs lightning. Okay, so that's why on that like low-level quest, I was like, what's going on? Okay, well, Iris took care of it, so we were fine. Tristan, I think... Oh, okay, so that... Dude, I'm so behind on the chat. It's from like way back then. Actually, I'm not that far behind, though. There isn't much chat after that, I don't think. But I want to kind of continue. Oh, man, maybe I am behind on chat. Desirable says, I kind of thought DFFOO was dying. I mean, I know people say that, but like on global, it is doing actually pretty well. It's just the JP side is a little bit lower. So what Josepher said in his video is DFFOO's making like 500,000 a month right now on global, and on JP it's like 200,000, which 200,000 is pretty low, right? So I'm hoping JP can pick up, because I feel like if the JP game died, even if their intent was to, because it'll be common that like a game will get dismantled on global, or they'll take it down on global, but they'll keep it up on JP. But for JP to lose a game and keep it up on global, I don't know that ever happens, right? So even though the global one's doing well, if they decided to shut down JP, it would kill global, because global players would lose faith that the game would stay out longer and would not want to invest money in it. I would feel that way. So I think they know that. So I feel like it's going to be all or nothing. They're either going to keep both games up or they're going to let both games go. So I'm just hoping they're going to keep with both games, and that the hope that I have, right, is even if the game isn't, I feel like this fight I might need to do an FR here. Even if the game, what was I going to say? Even if the games aren't doing as well, because it's owned by such a large company, like, they can afford to keep the game alive longer if they want to. So I'm hoping the devs just like it as much as we do, and they just want to keep it rolling. And hopefully, I'm just hoping something, and maybe it'll be Final Fantasy 16, right? I'm hoping something will just spark something to get a lot of revenue into this game. Like, if they, like, I think what best case scenario could be is, like, they are trying to merge the games because they think it's going to be better for the game's health overall. Because the positive signs, right, when people say the game's dying, I always point out, well, why would they do these live streams? Why would they put so much work into improving the game? Why would they do the global exclusive stuff? That all takes time, manpower, and money, right? If they didn't care about the game, they would be following the schedule to order. They would not be adding any global first anything, because that costs them money to do that, right? But they're genuinely making an effort because they believe in the game, and they feel like that if they make changes, they can generate more money. So to me, it's a good sign that they're doing all these mix-ups and things, because it's telling me, like, they're trying to get more money, right? They want the game to work, which I think is a very good thing. So what I'm hoping, like, the best case scenario I was about to bring up, is that they do merge the games together, and then when they do like a big collaboration celebration where they bring FF16. They advertise it really well, because 16 is really popular. Like, people are loving the game, and that they could do ads with, like, Clive and get people that maybe weren't ever playing this game. And I could see 16 being a game that draws in players that aren't, like, normal Final Fantasy fans, that could maybe draw in some outside of Final Fantasy type of clientele into DFFOO and get it to be really popular. Because here's the thing. These Final Fantasy games, I think, could reach a wider audience. And a good example, once again, I'm going to borrow from Josepher's video. He talked about the two Final Fantasy 15 games. It's like War of Eos and something else. And they are not Final Fantasy games at all. They're like tower defense and like city builder games. And Josepher was so confused, like, why are these games doing so well? Because he's like never heard of like people in the chats talking about it. Hold on, I'm going to do something really quick here. I'm going to pop a BT. Oh, shoot, I meant to do... yeah, we're going to do this. Sorry, because this is a somewhat harder fight, I probably shouldn't be soloing this. Actually, there might be a mission on here for using the boosted character. I might have to redo this one anyways. Hold on. Here, let me just go back in with a real team quick. But what I wanted to say on Josepher's... oh, yeah, it's the Lufenia. Okay. Yeah, we got to use a real team, but I do feel comfortable autoing it. We just want to do a full EXP times 2 team. So, yeah, Rosa and Astos sounds pretty good. And, yeah, we might just leave it with Quistis in there, too. No, we'll do Kurasame. Kurasame could do some fun things. All right, we're just going to let that Lufenia auto out. I think we'll be fine. We'll do no friend. Okay. Yes, auto out, no friend. All right, we'll let that go while we talk a little bit. So Josepher seemed really confused, like, why is War of Eos doing so well? I don't hear of any Final Fantasy players actually playing the game. And I know exactly why it's doing well, right? And you guys have probably seen the ads for him, right? The thing looks like a crazy ripoff of, like, it feels like a standard, like, tower defense city builder game that just ripped Final Fantasy 15, like, assets and, like, just made a crappy, cheesy ripoff game, right? When I first saw ads for those games, I didn't even think they were legit. Like, I thought they were, like, cheesy ripoff games. But the reason why those games do well is those types of games are really popular to the general gaming audience. If you think about, like, a game like DFFOO's a little bit more niche, right? Like, JRPGs to the global gaming community aren't the most popular things. But tower defense and builder games are incredibly powerful to a general audience, right? So I think what it is the people playing War of Eos, they're not even Final Fantasy players. They probably don't even know what Final Fantasy is. And they see Final Fantasy in the name and might not even know that that's a franchise. They're just like, oh, I like this tower building game, and this is what like the general public plays. So that's why those games are doing really well, and they're probably predatory at that. I have never played one, but that's why those games are doing really well. And I think that's what their thought was with First Soldier. The problem is they're trying to appeal to like a PUBG community, and fantasy styled like, you know, knights in armor and whatever, that type of game. I don't think that's going to fly to the PUBG. Like, it's the Final Fantasy is the wrong clientele for like PUBG, right? Whereas I think the Final Fantasy themes actually work really well for like the city builder style of game. Because you think of like Clash of Clans, right? That's like one of the most popular games out there. It's all like knights and like castles and whatever, and like Final Fantasy can be that. So that's why I think those games are doing so well. So what my hope is that we can get some of those non-traditional JRPG people that might really like 16, get them to just try this game and see that the mechanics are actually really fun, and maybe get some more clientele into the game. So Squex, if you're watching, maybe that's what you're doing. I don't know. We'll see. But guess what, guys? We got a Shinryu up, so we can actually like run the Dare to Defy and record it. So here's what I'm going to do. Before we go into Dare to Defy, I think we're going to speed run some chat. You guys can let me know what you think. If you think I'm just like way off, or if you kind of think I got some good points on that. And I'm sorry to do this. I got to skip all the way to the bottom of chat because I'm just so far behind. Wait, I did see me tagged. Who tagged me? E-Daddy. Yo, what's up, E-Daddy? Thanks for coming. I agree. I always thought DFFOO was better than Brave Exvius. Yes. All right, I'm going to go to the bottom and work my way backwards just because I got so far freaking behind. Anyone here remember when KFC made a dating sim? I do not remember that, but I do remember when Burger King made Xbox games and you could actually get them like for $2.50 with your value meal. That was pretty cool. Oh, Willow Wolf is here. Yo, just watch my polls. That was a wild W. Yeah, it was. We got all the W's in chat for that one. D-Edge, I wonder if FF16 will get DLC, like those insert character here name episodes or spawn anime movies. Yeah, I don't know. You know, someone else made a good point. Like, maybe there's enough content they could just make a Final Fantasy 16 too. I totally would be down for that, but I'd be down for DLC as well. I feel like they could do like a Jill DLC and you could actually play with her. Because what about... Okay, I'm going to try to do this non-spoilery. So when Clive first, like, you play as him as an adult and he is separated from Jill, right? And when Clive meets Jill for the first time, you guys that played know the situation Jill was in. They could do a DLC where you play Jill's perspective during those years when she was separate from Clive, and you could get a more detailed look at her story. Because I did a part on the game very recently where you visit where Jill was, and you learn that she actually had connections with other people there, and there could be a lot more story development there. So I think a Jill DLC would work really well. Hopefully I think I did that fairly spoiler-free. Tristan, I think a Kingdom Hearts or Brave Exvius collab or any other collab with Squex IP would have hot. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is DFFOO, they haven't really ever done like collabs outside of like their own game. So yes, dude, like do a Kingdom Hearts collab, right? Or something like that. Like you could definitely get some more interest in the game. Let me see. Oh, James Quinn, I started strong on Star Rail and kind of dropped off after losing a 50-50 banner. I got mad. 75-25 banner actually was the light cone. And I had just had to get the light cone in the store, so it was a dupe. Okay. E-Daddy says, other gacha games work this way too. Raid Shadow Legends, for example. You pull a legendary champion, but you can forget about using it on day one. I'm almost level 60 on Star Rail, and I heard that the high cost of being level 60 all around. In my opinion, Star Rail is another game where you can fully build character day one, but it's more forgivable than Raid. Or where you can't build it day one, I think is what you meant to say, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's not the worst. The thing with Star Rail is like if they didn't tie the farming to energy, like if you could farm as much as you want, the actual grind isn't that bad. Like I could just sit and auto the stages while I'm doing other stuff. It isn't that bad of a grind. What makes the grind bad is that you're bottlenecked into how many runs you can do a day, and it just takes you weeks to max out a character. That's what I don't like. Tristan, I play Exvius just to do the free summons. Yeah, sometimes that's kind of nice to have a gacha on the side that you're not that serious about, that you can just do free summons if you have the itch, right? So like if you've got the itch to summon on defo and it's like, I really don't need to summon for this character and I don't have the resources, but I want to summon, you can have another gacha game where you can just do summons. That's a good idea. Axel, do I buy the new Rosa skin? I think I'm going to, actually, and I was so impressed with their showcase. I think I might. Tristan, I don't even understand Brave Exvius. I find it either dumb easy or punishingly hard, and I don't even understand how to level my units. There's too much going on. Yeah, and Tristan, the other thing I forgot to mention was, like, I tried loading up my account, right? And I was, like, leveling characters. My characters had, like, 70 skills, and I didn't even know what to do. And I think the meta on there is, like, every character has... Like, it was a cool, unique thing where some characters had, like, dual cast or triple cast. Now it seems like every character has that. So it's like you do a dual or triple button and then you pick 2 to 3 skills in a row. And it's like, what skills do I do? It's like so freaking complex. It's ridiculous. So not only is it hard to level the characters, I don't even know how to optimally play them. It's way too overwhelming. And Brave Exvius has like 5 trillion characters. That's the other thing that's frustrating, is when a game, not only is it hard to max out characters, but then it has like a trillion different characters, so that you can't even like on the side, like, say, hey, I want to max out some of these lower rarity characters just to have fun with them. It's not even an option because the resources are way too precious. Oh, DZ, you're role-playing Zhongli now. No more, give me more. That's pretty funny. Whatever you say, boss. Whatever you say. I actually met Zhongli in real life. I met his voice actor and I got a poster signed by him, which is really awesome. I've actually met a few Genshin people. I met Child, the guy who does Child. Him and Zhongli, I met at the same one. And then I met the person who does Yang Fei. And I think there was another one. I can't remember. But yeah, it's pretty fun. I love going to anime conventions. eDaddy couldn't get into Exvius either. In fact, I quit Exvius the first time because of the default launch. Yeah, default, like, literally that tells you how good it is, too. Because, like, I'm someone that you guys probably know. I'm pretty dang busy. And for me to put my time into something, it's got to be a really good game. And I have played this game every day since day one. George Ayala, yes, the darn shards in Exvius take forever to limit break the characters. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ace says Defo is the only game you support on a financially on a monthly basis. I buy premium Mog Pass on 1 costume, sometimes 2 costumes, especially with the schedule change. Yeah, and I think that's a great way to play the game, and we support the game. Contour Kite is here. Oh, then they should make the drop. So you think the drop rates should be higher? I think the drop rates are fine, considering how generous they are with their resources. But they could up them a little bit, sure. But once again, the game's got to make money, right? If they make everything too easy, like, the game literally won't make money. This game could have millions of players and be super popular, but if it's not producing money, it's going to go away. So it's not about, like, there's got to be a balance there, right? Ukuru, and that's what, yeah, Ukuru, you have a very good point, right? The only way Defo would make as much money is if it became way worse and predatory, which then players would hate it and not want to play it. So I'm glad that they don't do that, right? So I'm hoping they can just find a balance and just keep it like, you know, if they can keep it making 500,000 and it's enough that they're making money, and they can just keep it rolling as like a nice steady like sub income for them, I would take that. We just don't want the game to drop off a cliff where they're losing money on it, because then they are going to drop it. Oh, AJ Dove, when Taco Bell would give out the PS1 demo disc. Yes. Doreus is here. Hello, thanks for coming. Tristan says, War of Eels is offensive to me as a 15 fan, but at least it shows that Squeck still has strong faith in the game to make something so crappy with the IP mark. Yeah, as they've done already. Like, yeah, I could totally see them doing something like that with 16, right? Like, they could just make like a weird tower defense game with it, and it would probably do really well. But I wouldn't want that. I just bring 16 to default and we're all good, right? Oh, I miss Mobius. Yeah, that was one I didn't get into, but that game had a very strong fan base. I didn't play it enough to have an opinion on it, but yeah, I hear a lot of people really miss that game. Yeah, Griffin Burns. That's the guy I met. Yep, Griffin Burns. Yep, he does Child, and I'm trying to remember the name of the guy that does Zhang Li. I don't remember his name, but yeah, they were both at the same anime convention. It was pretty awesome. All right, well, let's get it. Let's do like one more video, and then I think I'm gonna hop off for tonight. So let's do Dare to Defy. Well, you guys said they're pretty tanky, so we gotta bring in some big dogs here, right? We gotta bring in Astos. So what? We'll do Astos and Rosa for sure, and this will be the last Dare to Defy to finish it off. So let's do, yeah, we got Astos and Rosa right there. I mean, I could just do Kurosame, because I have his FR Echo. Let me see. Let me go by CP. Let me just see, like, now that it's the last one, I can go all out, right? So, like, what's, like, the craziest, most busted thing I could bring in here, other than Astos? Warrior of Light could be safe. I could do... Sephiroth could be good for more damage. I would rather have like more of a support force charging type character in here. Or maybe a red character, because that's my crystal room. Quina doesn't help him that much. Lightning would be pretty good damage. I might actually just stick with Kurosame. I think I might, and he's boosted. Oh, Pinello though. Ooh, Pinello's actually tempting. I mean, Pinello or Rosa for... Yeah, you know what? Like, if I led with the Pinello FR, I feel like Rosa and Astos would both echo pretty well off of it. I mean, Rosa's FR anybody would echo off of as well, right? If I do Kurosame, though, I got triple echo. But I probably don't need triple echo. I might do Pinello. Let's do Pinello and Rosa, maybe? With Astos? I think we're going to try it. Alright, I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick before we do this, because I hear this might be a long fight. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. We are back. All right, I think we're going to try Pinello FR. I think so. Just to show the longevity, right? This is the February anniversary character, and we're bringing her out right now. Dude, Pinello really hasn't missed a beat support-wise. She doesn't have Echo, but leading with her Echo is just fine. Like, with her Force is really good. All right, got full Ultima weapons. I think I'm going to do the brothers for the Max Brave on Astos. I think Raijin and Riddy are probably good. I'm guessing the fight will be somewhat aggressive because they might want to show off Rosa's re-raise, right? So I do got to be careful about that. We could do Kurosame. Well, here, let me actually look at the boss. Do they require anything from Kurosame? Like, do they want ice damage or anything? I should probably actually look at this. You guys can hit me up with chat if there's something I'm missing that I need to take note of here. Or if there's any reason you don't think this team's going to work, let me know in chat. Ranged Brave damage with the Force. So that's, yeah, that could be Maria. But obviously we'll do Rosa. Oh, wait, it has to be granting a buff. I think Maria might grant a buff on hers. Maria might work, but we'll do Rosa. So Rosa's FR will cancel. Okay. They have an HP poison at 60%. So we got to be able to heal, which we got plenty of healing in this team. They're going to lower my stats. Oh, God. During their force time, their HP attacks deal max HP. They have Quina on their team. So I'm guessing during their force, you just cannot take an HP attack. If it deals max damage, so we got to cancel their force, or we got to beat them to it in one turn them. They get instant turn rate when they hit force. So they're going to hit force and like kill me, and I'd have to re-raise. Or I'd have to have some sort of tanking. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm hoping that they don't rush into force too quickly, and that I can just like rush into it and one turn it with Astos. We're going to give it a try. Let me check chat to see if you guys got any tips for me that I need to know. Oh yeah, Pinelo's got the really awesome outfit on for sure. Oh, actually you bought the Rosa skin. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy it when I'm done streaming. Yes, Keith Silverstein. That's the guy I met. Thank you, Dzadge. Yep, he's very good. Oh, yep, and Lizzie Green. Yep, I met her too. Yep, for sure. Those are the people I met. All right, well, we're going to try to record this. I'm not guaranteed to get it. You guys, if you've watched me live, know I sometimes die on stream. That is totally fine. We're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to record this, and if it's good, we'll keep it. So let's go into this. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omni video. Today we are going to try to take on the last stage of Dare to Defy 4, so this is stage 7. This is Rosa's stage, and what I was told is that the boss is incredibly tanky, and that would be a good idea to bring Astos. So what I did was because Astos' actual Shinryu was actually pretty easy, so I just did a different team in there and unlocked Astos so that I would have him here. I'm bringing Rosa. Because she's going to clear the force condition, and she's like really busted. I actually really like her, and I maxed her out. And then bring in Pinello. So my thought is I'm going to use Pinello's force as the main one. Rosa's is also incredibly good. I just want to bring Pinello because she's a really good support that I have available here. And I can use her force and then echo with Rosa and Astos. And my hope is I can get into an Astos BT and blow it up. We'll see. It did look like the boss, if they hit force time, they probably kill you. Because they have Quina effect where they deal max HP damage. So it is single target. So this could be something. Yeah, and we have HP poison like immediately. So they're really pushing Rosa, like all of her healing. We do start at 50% with this team comp. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. We've got no friend unit here. I think I will just open with a Raijin. Wow, this boss has 1,000,000 thresholds. I feel like Raijin's going to be pretty important. And maybe Rydia, I don't know what's dodgeable and what's not. We are running in here pretty blind, but we are going to pray like immediately. I feel like I just kind of want to rush into this. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to really beat him into... I think we're just going to see what we can do on the first force. So, what I think I'm going to do literally is I'm going to BT effect here. I actually think I might just BT effect with Astos. No, I got to charge up with him a little bit first. But I think, like, on Pinello's first turn, I think I'm going to hit force time, like, immediately. And then depending on how it works, I may not double echo with Rosa in case I need to cancel a force. But I'm hoping that Astos can just one-shot this guy. So, yes, I think I'm going to put the AA on. I'm going to try to beef up, like, right away here. Did I bring Seymour Call? If I have Seymour Call, I might put that on too. But yeah, I'm going to BT effect like immediately. I just want like auras up. I want to be able to go force like ASAP. Because it seems like this guy's force is like an auto kill, which you would have re-raise on. Which is what they would want to show off. But I don't want to have to use re-raise if I don't have to. Right? So let's see what happens here. So we get some Holy Blades. 700 million billion thresholds, dude, and you can't delete him. I mean, Quistis would work, but yeah, all the HP poisons. All right, so I think we just simply need to open with LD with you, but yeah, let's get Seymour debuff on. This boss does seem pretty nasty. And then yeah, we're gonna LD. We just got to get his dark matter up a little bit, And then I'll probably hit his BT effect on the next turn. Alright, so then, yeah, we're going to just finish ramping here with Penelo. And then we're going to go FR, like, immediately. And then hope we don't just get incinerated here. What do we got for call? We have Rydia. I'm going to hold Rydia and save it until the Raijin debuff is gone. And hopefully Rydia... Once again, I didn't read closely enough to see if stuff is dodgeable or not, so we don't know. It's not... Ooh, he's about to hit his 60% threshold, so we're going to get him right before that, which I think is pretty good. So, yep, let's FR. The reason why we lead with Penelo FR is she can't echo. So I figure by using her FR as the lead, I can get more echo out of my other characters. And hers is very generic like Rosa's, and it's very easy to hit. So, still love my girl Penelo after all this time. And then, now we're going to get Penelo's BT effect up. So now we're... yeah, we're going to drop that. So what I'm thinking with Astos... do I think I can get an Echo and his BT effect in? So if I echoed there, I would still be at turn 9. Rosa could echo, still at turn 9. Penelo would take a turn. That would take me to 8. And then Astos, so I would maybe get like 6 turns if I do both. I got to think about this carefully. So if I do BT effect now, that would take me to 8. I could get an Echo. Penelo would attack. I'd be on turn 7 and have burst phase. I might do it because... And then we'll just see what Astos can do, right? I think so. I think just going in early is the call. And then I'll have plenty of more force afterwards if I need to. I kind of want to just burn through these million of thresholds and see what happens. So, because we don't really need much setup, right? It's just if I want to be greedy to get more percentage early. I think I'm going to try it. Let's BT effect right now. And then I'm going to go burst phase on Astos' next turn. That's going to get me in there with 7 turns. So we're going to get the full force effect for his entire burst phase. And his dark matter should be good, because we're doing all the brave hits we need. We've got all of our burst effects up. Because he just put his BT effect up, he can earn a little bit more, so we'll make sure we get that. We'll probably do his like FR right away or something, just to make sure he's maxed out. Okay, so then here we obviously would want to echo. So we're going to echo. And then Penelo will have to actually do an attack. She can't echo. And then this will make sure we have a Rosa in case we have to cancel out. Okay. This guy does seem pretty tanky. Dude, look at it. He's at 94% and we've already beat on him quite a bit in force time. That is kind of crazy. I could Fatal Dance. Or I could Evanescence. Sure, let's just Fatal Dance, I suppose. This Fatal Dance basically hits like a feather now compared to when she first came out. Still not the worst damage, but... Alright. So going into Astos at about 500%. We'll see. See what we get out of our boy Astos. Yeah, we're going to hit burst phase. I mean, his FR is an instant turn, right? If it was instant turn, that would be crazy. It's not. Okay, so let's go burst phase. Let's see what we can get out of a full Astos here. I think I am actually going to open with this FR. Actually, no, his dark matter is built up. So, yeah, let's open with the FR. I want it, like, his EX is very strong. I want that at a higher percentage. Now, we don't have any launching or anything, I guess, that, and we don't have off turn. So, that, you know, this isn't going to be perfect, right? I guess I could have tried to set him up with Reigns. That probably would have been smarter than having the Seymour. We'll see. We'll just see what happens here. This is my first dry run. He's gathering energy. Okay. All right. Let's pop that EX. Woo! Yeah, 50 mil right there. Pretty good. You got to get that percentage up. I mean, he is burning through it. We just didn't have the gauge quite as high as I wanted to, but for my first run, this isn't the worst. We're going to hit LD. Because I think his LD, gives him a free skill use. We want to hit the Dark Thrust twice if we can. That's a pretty big daddy attack for him. Oh, he's going to off-turn us during a burst phase. What the heck? Okay. So he just blasted our faces during the burst phase. So what'll happen is, if we kill him, I'm assuming that that record's going to change after my turn. We won't meet HP requirements, so we got to make sure he doesn't die and that we have time to heal. That was pretty wild. But now, see, I did that because I want double Dark Thrust. This is very strong. Little 70 mil. Yeah, we're actually burning him down pretty good right now. But yeah, we're not going to get HP requirement. For sure, because let's check it now. Oh! Did that off turn not actually count and we only have the poison damage? Maybe we're okay. If that doesn't count, we might be good here. Let's Dark Thrust again. Some big daddy damage here. Whew. 77 million, sure. Yeah, we might actually finish him off. I mean, he's going to do this again. It won't kill, right? Yeah, it's a gravity attack. I wonder if it's because it's gravity that it doesn't work. Let me see. I'm still showing okay. Let's hit Dark Slash. I probably should have saved Dark Thrust because I think that hits harder. Yeah, it does. 6%, huh? I really hope this last hit kills him. This is ridiculous. What is this boss? I mean, we've got re-raise on. Yeah, it's still showing my HP is okay. All right, let's see. Does this kill him? That definitely was not an optimal setup because I forgot I should have had launching down. Launching would have been way effective there. Please be dead. I feel like he's going to like off-turn me to death if he's not dead. 2%. I guess that's not the worst. So, okay, we've got re-raise on, right? So I guess now the good thing is I can pray up. I'm literally going to ramp right into her FR, like immediately. We're just going to pray up and finish this guy off. Now, who knows? This guy could have a mechanic where maybe he heals. I don't know. But we can ramp up and we got Astos. We could just, you know, Astos BT effect is still up. We can just ramp right into it again while his BT effect is up and just finish this off. This definitely can be done in one unless he's going to heal on me. I don't know. We'll see. The nice thing too, dude, this is really good that she still gets the off turn even when she's praying. Like it's just after her turn, right? Unfortunately though, it doesn't extend her BT buff, which makes sense. Like BT buffs usually can't be extended. I mean, okay, yeah, we just got to keep ramping. I mean, Penelo could maybe ramp a little. I do want her BT effect to like stay up. What I might do is I might just pop the LD here. We'll pass turn, but everybody's got re-raise on. So if he kills me here on his force, which I think could happen, re-raise should trigger. We're going to lose all of our buffs though. Yep, so there's a death, but re-raise? Yep. Wait, did re-raise not kick in? No, come on. Dude, we had the fight. Why did re-raise not kick in? Or can you not re-raise that? I mean, that's got to count as a KO. I'm so close, I kind of just want to finish the fight at this point. I mean, we definitely can very easily do this, like, before he gets into his force. I think if I just had launching on, we would have won. So, we'll just ramp through and see what happens here. Let's just see what happens. That's a bummer. I don't think this would be that bad though. If you know, for my stream, if this doesn't count, I'll just re-record this off camera. We'll tweak it, make it a little bit better, but we'll see. Let's see if maybe like for some reason that doesn't count as a KO. That would be funny. But yeah, I swear Astos had re-raise on like the whole party. Like Penelo's got re-raise right now, right? Unless during his burst phase, let me see. Yeah, she's got re-raise. Yeah, we definitely should be fine. All right, Penelo. Sure, let's intercession, I guess. I'm kind of curious to see, too, if this guy is going to regen health. Or if he actually is going to be dead. See what happens. Yeah, because when I read the thing, it just says he does max HP damage, but that was literally just an auto kill. That wasn't max HP damage. Okay, that was just a brave kick. That's fine. All right, so we can cancel his force. So let's go ahead and do this. And then he should just be about finished. Oh, yeah, somebody in my chat just made a good point. So if it was an auto kill attack, typically what bosses do is they buff cleanse before they hit you. So that's probably what happened, is they buff cleansed and then I died. That's the one spot where like Aiko's a little bit better because hers is like an overhead, right? That's so stupid. He just auto kills you. Okay. See, and I wonder, I'm guessing it probably wouldn't be dodgeable. Because, yeah, it would buff cleanse this off, right? Yeah, that had to have been a buff cleanse. That seems so stupid because it's a great way to showcase re-raise, which is what the character they're trying to sell has. So the fact that they don't let her do that is stupid. Okay, so dead. So, yeah, this definitely won't be bad. Let's just see what happens. I'm sure it counts as a KO. That is stupid, though. See, Astos is alive. He's fine. He's clapping. He's good. We got it. 13 turns, right? Dang it. All right, so we will stop recording. All right. Well, you guys get the point. I'm going to upload something very similar to that. I'll probably just add launching in there, and we'll dominate. We can easily get that done in one with Astos. That wasn't bad at all. Astos, I think, makes that pretty trivial. We just got to make sure he dies actually during Astos' burst phase, which we can very easily make that happen next time. So, anyways, guys, I think I am going to hop off for the night. I appreciate everybody coming. I'll hit up a little bit of chat before I hop off, so if you have anything you want to ask. Rem's BT effect. I actually don't think Rem's BT effect will work. I'm trying to think, because Rem's BT effect, it's zombie mode, so what it is like if your HP is 0, you don't die. But those auto kill attacks, they just say KO the target. I don't think Rem protects on that, to be honest. So my deal is I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm just going to, like, literally he had like, what, 2% or something? So we were just 2% more efficient is what we have to be, and we'll be fine. Kursame LD is relevant. Him in the team is still good. Third slide. Oh, yeah, somebody was asking about Kursame. Yeah, Kursame's still pretty good. Yuri's BT. Yeah, his is another one. What is Yuri's BT again? Oh, Yuri's BT makes it so they miss. But once again, typically auto kill attacks can't be dodged. So I'm guessing it wouldn't work, but maybe. I don't know. I do not know. K-Bot says, have a nice night. Yes, you too. Fernando. Hey, Joe. I just pulled for Rosa after watching your Should You Pull. And immediately got her BT, and then I ended up having to pity her FR. That's okay. She's a great character. I did do the character guide live. I'm going to post it in a few minutes here as soon as I'm done. I'm about to hop off the stream here. Thanks, E-Daddy, for coming. Yeah, James Good. I'm just going to do Reigns. I totally forgot to do that, especially for single target. Yeah. Penelo's LD is good for Astos. It increases his max brave. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming. We'll hop off the stream. Hopefully we'll see